still getting things set up. Hey, I've already got a comment even. Hey, Groucho. Trying to get the links shared out. I don't know if you can hear me. There's the share button. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, let me try this a different way. It's not working from here. I am actually here. I am attempting to get things set up. How you doing, Groucho? Okay, so first things first, I need to get me onto a headset. Yeah, I was afraid of that, so give me a second here. Which one did I just grab? Oh, that one. Okay. Okay, add a Bluetooth device. No, I don't want you connected to that. How do I change what this is connected to? I forget how these work. Ah, there's the button. I'm trying to remember how to repair these. JBL. What are these again? I don't even know what these are. No model number. Really? Ah, JBL Endurance. That's what they are. How do I repair these? I don't want a video. I'm getting really tired of everything being a video. Huh, as I'm sitting here streaming. Anyways, those are not them. How to pair and reset. That's what I'm looking for. Tap once. It's not doing anything. Everything's got to be difficult. So, right. Shut up. Pairing. Hey, connected. Okay. Hey, Sergio. Yeah, I know. Well, it's also a new computer. I got myself a Lenovo laptop. Anyways, let me see if I can switch which mic I'm on here. Give me a second. Audio. Hello? Aha, there we go. That's probably coming through better. Okay, now where is... I swore StreamYard changed some things around. There's the view on YouTube. That's not what I really wanted, but it'll work for now. Control C. And Twitter. I hope everyone's having a good weekend or week or whatever you want to call it at this time. This place is an absolute mess. Okay, that's shared out. Now back over to StreamYard. Through a pipe. What do you mean through a pipe? Okay, maybe I need to go click on my own YouTube link and see what it sounds like. Yeah, it's not very good quality, but it's got to be better than the laptop because I'm going to be moving around. So, okay, where is? There it is. Copy to clipboard. Copied. Okay, back over here. Back to my channel. Need to click and I don't want to play it here. I want to open it in YouTube. Thank you. Go away. Problem with new systems, you always got to set everything up again. Now, when I get this all cleaned up, I'll be able to use the normal setup that I normally use. But until then, this is going to have to do, I guess. In case anybody out there wants to join, since I will be up and moving around, there is the StreamYard link. Of course, I forgot to change to my shop, so it won't let me pin it. Actually, I should be able to pin it from over here. Yes? No. It's like I forgot how to do this. It has been a while. Switch account. Come on. Okay, hit pause again because I don't need to hear myself. Hey, I have 2 people watching now. Oh, wait, I did. Sergio. Where is pause? There we go. Good. There we go. Okay. So if anybody wants to join, there's the link now. It is pinned at the top of the chat. I am using a new to me, well, actually it is new. It's a Lenovo Duet i3 tablet / laptop. Raspberry Pi screen. Anyways, as I said, this place it's a mess. And I figured I might as well get back into streaming because it has been quite some time. Okay, what do we got here? Hey, Jesse Filament Box. Which one was this one? Mixtape number 10 from October. Okay, that means that box can now be torn down. Soon, actually they should be arriving today. My holographic stickers from Sticker Mule should be here. And then I'll be asking people where they want them sent to. As I said, I'm going to try to start doing streaming some more. I do have that here. Okay, where's something I can use like a knife? That'll work. Ow. So the plans this weekend are setting up a whole bunch of solar stuff, my radio stuff, streaming while doing some of it, and basically hanging out with the community again. Oh yeah, I'm not low on filament at all. I'm doing this mainly just because when I want it, I want to already have it and not have to wait for him to open up the invite again. Okay, I need to go this way. What is this box? This box is drone stuff. Drone stuff goes over here for now. Solar panel. This is actually the one I'm going to use with the chickens. So I'm just going to put that there for now. That is filter stuff that goes in the garden area. So for now, I'll put that on the freezer here. I did forget something. Hopefully this doesn't put me out of range of the Bluetooth. The thing. Dogs. Break from my hands. Get off that table. We're going to end up in a crate. Yay! Nothing new. Okay. Beer. That's what I was going in there for. I forgot to grab myself a beer. This one to try. Nice. Out. W mug. I'm on my way back. Hopefully the audio didn't kick out on you guys or anything. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? I like Left Hand Brewery. They're a decent brewery. That's a decent cascade. That's not a bad cascade at all. Okay, garbage. I don't think I grabbed a garbage bag. Are you a garbage bag? Yep, you'll work. Get that out of my way. I don't need that many empty bins. So, my weekend plans are going to be really busy, but I need to get at least one printer up and running to print something I'm working on. Actually, that's a project I need to go into. Hey, HC, I don't know who you are, but, or at least I don't know that name. Hope you're having a good day. By the way, if you ever get stuck in soft ground in Oklahoma, this can work. It'll actually pull you out. That was a horrible day. Got stuck on my own property. Hey, Marcel, how you doing? Links at the top if anybody wants to join. As I said, I'm just cleaning. Bah. Oh, what do we got here? Drone stuff. Skitters. Drone stuff goes in that box. By the way, Marcel, I've been keeping an eye on your videos. Very good. Not sure about you being clean shaven, but I'll get used to it. It's not my thing. So if anybody watching doesn't know, Marcel flies quads just like I do. Actually, better than I do. Him and Greg from Greg's Maker Corner are actually what got me into flying quads. And I love the hobby. I hate the regulations. 2-meter ground plane antenna made out of coat hangers. Works well. I'll just set that there for the moment. Beer time. A little heavy on the hops. Good chocolate undertone. Nice cream forward front for a nitro. Not one I'd go out of my way to buy, but I won't turn it down. Oh, it's SPC. Hey, SPC. Yeah, I was on the other side of the house grabbing the beer. Oh, food safe. This must be from my brewing stuff, which means it goes in there. Tools. Miscellaneous 3D printing part. I think I'm using that as a tester. And there we go. iOmega, Anycubic i3 Mega. That actually will be going over that way, but for now, I'm going to put it somewhere. How about right there? Hey, Chris Travis. I was at work earlier today, Sergio, but I understand. Links at the top. It's a pinned comment if anybody wants to join. That is a dead dog bed, but is also a garbage bag I can use. Hey, I'm able to move around here a little. Oh, by the way. Yum. This is amazing beer. Sadly, this brewery does not exist anymore. No, I actually have that one in my watch later list, Marcel. I do need to go watch that one. Yeah, except for the regulation in America that says you must always have a spotter. That's not possible for me. Okay. Where'd the tool go I was using to cut boxes with? I don't know. See, this is why I'm cleaning, because I lose things. Well, damn. Grab a different one. Yeah, well, we do have people here who will call the FAA because there is an airstrip that way by about 10 miles. And they like to call about anything in the air.
They called about a weather balloon recently. Thought that was a little funny. Thankfully, the rancher that lives that way does not care if I fly over their property. Yes, the spotter must be human. It also says unaided, which means you can't say, oh, they were wearing goggles and watching as well. They have to physically be able to see it. And they have to be next to you. Ooh, tap and die set. That goes with tools. More drone parts. Yay. Okay, that box is flight stacks. This box is miscellaneous. That box is for props. That is all Tiny Hawk stuff. That is a BCE. Oh, manuals. Manuals. Dental dinos. I don't need dental dinos. They don't belong in here. You know I'm going to step on those later. Okay. 6-inch waist, 790 grams, all up weight. Yeah. Long range, Marcel, a spotter won't see it. I've done 3.8 miles is my record now. And that's running DJI. And that is with a quad on the other side of the room that I don't want to go dig out real quick. Okay, another box of miscellaneous. I realize I'm slipping off screen here. What we'll do is do that. That'll put me on screen more. That out of the way. Bubble wrap. Always a good thing. Okay. More cardboard. 3D printing vents. Yeah, unfortunately, here in America, those regulations are enforced by the FAA, and if they actually get off their ass to do something about it, you're going to get slapped hard. Unlike amateur radio, where you can get away with doing pretty much whatever you want for months on end and nobody seems to care until it's too late. Oh, for those who have this screen, which is a 7-inch Raspberry Pi Foundation screen, this is the official one. It was originally made for the Pi 3B Plus. It does work on the Pi 4 and the new Pi Zero too. So if you have one, don't consider it junk. It's still useful. I am actually going to use that as a control screen for one of these printers I'm working on. Yeah, hey, Marcel, find me a tech job in your area that'll pay me the equivalent of $160,000 a year American, and I'll move. I'll move in a heartbeat. Oh, except for then I have to give up my guns. Okay, for now, I'm not going to bother organizing the filament. Just get it out of the way. Ow. So, Chris, that Pi screen, you can actually load up a browser if you want to be cheesy about it. You put it on your Pi, you load the Pi desktop, and you load up the browser with the Octoprint Touch UI, and it works. Yeah, Philly Drone Life, I think he enjoys getting fined. Put that there. I need, one of the reasons why I need to do a bunch of cleanup is my wife wants me to get the heat press out of the 10 by 10 shop in here so I can start making license plates and things again. Yes, they still sell that screen, but it is hard to get hold of right now because of all the cargo containers offshore not being unloaded. Ooh, I don't even remember when I got this. It's a nice filament. Oh, don't tell me it came off. Oh, nope, good. It's still going through. That cherry pie. Yep, that's cherry pie. And Chris, no, actually, I just got off the phone with my dad, and he's going to give me the 444. So I'll finally have the rifle to match the ammo. Oh, the other reason I need to get my printer up and running. This is the filament that was gifted to me when I was at Murph. And I still need to try it out. It is temperature change. It changes color based on temperature or UV, one or the other. I can't remember. Tricolor change, lava, temperature color change from black to red to yellow. Yeah, I am too, Chris. If you're willing to buy them as a kit, you can find them. But if you want to buy them as a standalone, it's almost impossible. I've been trying to get my hands on a CM4 8 gig with Wi-Fi and all the bells and whistles, and apparently those are back ordered until July of 2022. Dude, Marcel, do it. That sounds like a real fun project. Yeah, PETG has dropped in price because we don't have the major push for PETG anymore. And all the newbie printer people are still primarily doing PLA, which I print mostly in PLA anyways, when I'm printing just fun stuff. I want to keep these, but I don't know if I have a use for them. I hate this. I have space issues already. Keep or toss? Shane? Hey, Shane! Link's at the top, dude. Chris, aren't you at work? Oh, that was horrible. I'm sorry, dude. By the way, good luck on the interview on Monday. I'm sorry about that. I completely spaced it. I have never, not even Nautilus, prints proper CFM. Okay. Yay, it's not just me now.
It may be hard, but it's not at work.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I completely spaced.
That's not a big deal. So how's it been?
A mess.
Yeah.
It's just been nothing, but it's been hectic. You know, between the chickens and having to get the coop built and work, it's been a while since I've had the energy to want to do more.
Yeah.
But I have to get, so for those who are trying to figure out why well, there's many reasons to clean, but I have to get that whole table cleaned up enough that I can get to the windows that are behind it, because I need to be able to put a pass-through for my antenna cables so I can run my amateur radios here. And I figure here, because it also puts me right next to my printers, so I have more of a reason to start printing again.
Nice.
One of my projects for amateur radio, I already have the battery. Have the charge controller here. I've already got the radios. I just need some miscellaneous parts afterwards. I am putting a 20 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery in this case with the charge controller, a Windows 10 micro PC, three Raspberry Pi 4s, two Raspberry Pi Zeros, and a few Arduinos. And it's basically going to be everything you need to do every frequency in amateur radio in one case.
Nice.
And the reason why I need a laser cutter is because I want to cut a piece of Lexan instead of using a piece of bathboard. And that's where I'm going to mount all the some of the screens and this stuff. Yeah, lithium iron phosphate. I love it.
So, did you find out how small holes that you need in that?
And this?
Yeah, for the Lexan.
For the what?
For the hold on, I think it's using my other microphone. Hold on. Can you hear me better now?
Oh, loads better.
It's using my other microphone. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, what did you need the laser cutter for? Over like
Oh, because I want to take a piece of acrylic and I want to laser cut holes in the acrylic to hold a couple screens, the head unit to my IC7000 and the charge control display, and then I need another one that's going to be in the lid that'll hold. This screen, which is what will be hooked up to the Windows Mini PC that's in the case.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I was asking because I don't have a laser cutter that big, but I do have a mostly printed CNC that can do the 2D cuts fairly accurately. So
okay.
So if you don't need holes like super small, there's two materials that you could use instead of acrylic, which is kind of brittle. That's a little more sturdy. Give me a second. Figure out where the hell I put it.
Okay, good to know, Groucho. Thank you. So if I leave this room, my little headset kicks out. That's good to know. And have fun doing dishes.
So HDPE can be cut out of it, and it's not brittle plastic.
Okay.
And then I have sheets of polycarbonate.
Oh, yeah, but that's expensive.
Yeah.
That's really expensive.
Well, sort of. I actually got all this stuff for the polycarbonate for free.
Do I want to know
how? Friend's parent did sign work, and this is like old sign material.
So even as it ages, it can get brittle, so why chance it? Yep.
Yeah, and this was just like sitting in the back room where they stored all their offcuts for the off chance that they needed it for something.
Right.
So it didn't sit out. Some of it sat outside, some of it didn't sit outside, and.
Oh well, that's garbage. Apparently, something decided to chew on one of my battery chargers.
Oops.
Yeah.
You're being underfoot again, Cat.
Oh, I need to plug this in. It's blue. EverDry.
Oh, nice.
I have a whole case of them.
Hello, Non-Fam.
Hey, Non-Fam. Welcome back. Non-Fam was on my little short stream I did earlier when I was showing off the chicken coop. Star Trek?
Nice.
Stamps. I can go there for now.
You can go down.
Oh, that plant is dead. Okay, so. Okay, what power supply is this to? What is this power supply to? When you find random power supplies, what is this to? 12 volt out, so it's a 12 volt system it goes on. I wonder if that's this for this printer. Yeah, I think it is. DC in bed power. Yep. Okay. And this is the battery supplied to the ANET 8 that I still need to fix. Because everybody has to have a printer that's going to set their house on fire.
Oh, like.
Yes.
I finally found my fire extinguisher, so I figured that'd be a perfect spot to put it.
Oh yeah.
That's actually 2 ANET 8 pluses turned into
Oh.
4XY.
Nice.
Which is a project I need to finish, along with this thing here. Oh, you can't see it.
Hmm?
The Artist D that I got from Jim. I got to finish putting the new hot ends on it and feeder units.
Yeah. Chris Travis, that is because I was streaming on my phone, and apparently YouTube limits the number of people I can have because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. Which reminds me, if you've not been here before, please click that subscribe button and the bell and hit the thumbs down.
Interaction's interaction, unless they change something with that too. I mean,
well, apparently they're going to change counting it. It'll still be there, and they'll still count it on the back end, but they're only going to show 1 thumbs down.
Oh,
at least that's what the news has been saying.
Yeah.
I have yet to actually see that put in practice.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's kind of annoying. Like they keep saying that it's to protect the people, protect the.
I'm sorry, but I need to know how many people hit that thumbs down button, because if I see 2.5 thousand thumbs up, and yet I see 12 thumbs down, I know the thumbs down people are just idiots.
Yeah.
But if I see only 100 thumbs up and 1,000 thumbs down, well, then I know there's something up.
Yeah.
Or they're like me and they just don't care and they're telling people to hit the thumbs down. But yeah, I knew streaming from my phone might do that. Hence why I decided to spin this up as well. And again, if anybody wants to join besides just, Shane here, the link's at the top. Shane, was it you who gave me the Capricorn filament at Murph?
Yes.
Thank you. I apologize. I still have not used it yet, but thank you.
I just had a print that I did with it. But I think I showed you what it looks like already, so.
I can show it again.
Yeah, I just got to figure out. I'm cleaning, so.
So you don't know where you put it.
Yeah, I moved it, so I'm like, well, where would I move
nope,
it to?
all good.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, supposedly these ones are tricolor.
Yeah, they go from a green to a yellow to a kind of a red. I gotta get enough heat from my hand. It's cold down here. Actually, how hot do these get?
You're in Wisconsin. Of course it's cold.
I'll throw it on top of the printer printing ABS.
Hey, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Man, that new Prusa, I wish it wasn't that expensive because, man, I want it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to see about that when it goes,
when it actually comes out.
Yeah, because the general population is definitely going to find the issues once it comes out.
Right.
And I'm really curious if it's, you don't want to talk badly about a product, but you also kind of I wonder if that's going to last or if that's going to break or.
Well, there's also how many times have we as the general public been burnt by amazing promotions?
Yeah, true.
And while Prusa's got a nice track record, they have a nice track record with the Cartesian printer.
Mm. Well, they have a good track record of releasing something and then having to fix it right away. Like
But
that's one of,
but they fix it.
yeah, that's the thing. They definitely fix it.
Unlike, you know, a company that I own, most of my printers are from.
Like this fine specimen of.
Yes. By the way, did you ever get it to work?
Yeah, I got to work.
Okay.
Actually, I got a print right here. This is from Autodrop's slicer that I fixed for them.
Okay. Nice.
It actually printed this way.
Oh, wow.
So all of this, the support fell down at the beginning because I didn't have offset perfectly. But if I can get it to stop being so soft, I think that printed pretty well.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm fighting with me.
Oh,
there we go. There we go.
Come on. Don't focus on my face.
So, yeah, I can see where it fell there.
Yeah, so it fell on that edge. That front face
kind
there.
of that front face kind of has a Play-Doh look to it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it came out really nice.
Yeah, that first, this face here wasn't perfect, and it's kind of got this typical like support, not quite perfect sort of deal.
Yeah.
But the rest of it came out really well. The support that was in the holes was definitely very, very satisfying of like pushing out.
Cool.
Autodrop was definitely right about that.
Garbage. This is the most I've seen of this floor in a long time. The more you overthink the plumbing. Is that that's almost a that's what she said joke. Anyways.
I was going to ask, overthink the plumbing.
He said it a while ago. It might have been, we were talking about the Prusa printer and the tool changing capability and everything else. Well, we didn't bring up the tool changing yet, but that's one of the reasons I want it. So, hey. I got a palette too here, but it works, but I want the ability to print PETG, TPU, and water soluble at the same time.
I'm doing all the rework parts for the Enraged Rabbit.
What's the Enraged Rabbit?
It is like it's the clipper version of the MMU.
Huh, okay.
And it's kind of modular, so let me grab the...
So with an MMU, does it actually join the filament together, or does it just push the next one behind it?
It pulls it out and then switches to another one.
Oh, so it's a complete change out. Okay.
Yeah. It's just like the MMU.
Okay.
So the filament goes in here. Here's your carriage.
Right. And that's what chooses which one you've got.
Yeah. And then you have a sensor after the feeder gears and before the hot end.
Okay.
So when it goes to push it in, it doesn't matter what printer it is. It basically senses, so you could change the distance between here and the printer all you want. It doesn't really
matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter as much. It just pushes until it sees a sense on the hot end. And then then you just calibrate it for your hot end. You have to push it, 20 millimeters to get it to purge or whatever.
Right. But you don't have nasty purge blocks or anything else because you're outright changing the filament. Yeah,
you still have a purge block, but I don't think it's as bad as like
the palette.
Yeah. Or like the MMU and this, you probably have similar purge blocks.
First of all, here I am. I'm not bad-mouthing the palette. Do not get me wrong. For what it is, if you can get it working, it is an amazing product when it came out at its time. I just want to do things it can't do.
Yeah.
And that's the only issue.
Literally, the only reason why I would want it is for examples like this. Like, I've got bunches of ends of spools. Like that would be perfect for it.
Yep. That's actually what I was using it for a while. Is I would feed in my samples, and then I would spool my samples up and join them as it was going.
Yeah. Actually, there's actually a firmware that you can get for it from the people that's more optimized for doing that.
Right.
So.
The heck is this power supply to? Uh-oh. I don't know what that's to. Scraps are us, and I'm off screen again.
Yeah, same here. I'm cleaning the thing that I'm planning on getting rid of and replacing with shelving, like what Chris Travis did.
Oh, I didn't see what he did.
Do you have Menards where you're at?
No, but I do know what a Menards is.
Okay, so Menards, they have like this racking stuff that you can just kind of piecemeal together. So like, whatever the length and height and all that stuff you want.
So it's the bar that you mount to the wall and then you just clip things to it?
No, it's actually racking, like pallet racking style, where it's got the little grooves. So you put the bars on it, and it like it's kind of a similar thing to the thing that screws to the wall, but it's a freestanding thing. And it's like a self-aligning, and like there's like no screws or anything. I think it's called pallet racking. I think that's like the technical term for it. And that's how he did his printer thing, and it provides a lot more adjustment, and I need more storage. So
yeah, we all do. My wife is like, if we save money faster, we can build the bigger house, and then you can have a room dedicated to all this. And I said, a room? I need my radio room. I need my printing room. I need my CNC and laser room. Yes, I'm willing to concede and combine those two into one room. I need my T-shirt making room. I need my recording studio.
You basically need the basement, is what you're saying.
Yeah, except for they don't do basements here. What we want to do, but we can't afford to do, is I want a 1,200 square foot EF5 rated daylight basement.
So
and then we just live in the basement.
Yeah. So my question is, like, you're in kind of like Tornado Alley, sort of.
I'm in the buckle of the Bible Belt.
Oh, okay.
So yes, we had this year, last month, had more tornadoes than ever recorded in that month.
So the Pecos Hank video that should be coming out pretty soon will have a lot of tornadoes in it then.
It was weird. We sometimes get tornadoes in November, but it was a lot more than normal. Cleaning off all my failed prints. Yeah, I'm too lazy to recycle. So normally I would scoop it all into a box to melt down and turn into something else later, but I'm not up to it right now. This was actually made by one of my friends in the dog world.
Oh, nice.
Actually, a wood board they painted. Back of it has their logo laser cut.
Oh, nice.
But the dog in question is basically the father of all of our current line.
Mm.
And he's no longer with us.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. He was the first one we had to put down last year. Ooh, awesome. I just found a SSD.
Nice.
An M.2 SSD. See, this is why I need to clean more often.
Yeah, I just have a problem of just having just stacks of just shit.
Random stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like an RC505 loop station.
I need to pull this one apart so I can do backups on my laptop because I haven't done that in like a month.
Travis says he loves his shelf system.
Yeah, I've been eyeing that up. I was planning on doing like what Justin did and just buy the like the already made kit.
Right.
But I can't get the longer one, and he keeps saying that he regrets buying the long version of it.
Really?
Yeah, and where this actually takes up the long version is perfect. So
okay. What print surface do we want?
Print surface?
Yeah, I got PE. I got PEI. I got straight steel. I've got straight PEI sheets not on anything. I've got the standard Ender 3 plate here. I don't know what that one's from. Smooth, textured, build tack.
You got any G10?
Actually, don't. Okay, I can't put those there. Thanks to Marcus and from the guy who has the parrot. No, not the parrot, the cockatoo, the wild one. He did a video on it.
Maker Muse?
Yes.
Okay.
So of course I went out and got myself a sheet.
Yeah, my buddy got this for my birthday. Gave me a few sheets of it. And I think after watching Maker Muse's video.
Mm-hmm.
And that stuff works amazing for Pet G. I tried it with the new Jesse Pet G. And it's really, really good. Jesse's Pet G isn't perfect. I had a little snake eating a mouse situation.
Oh.
And it looks worse than it actually is because the gears kind of just push the plastic down.
Right.
But I had a couple of those. It was like the first. It was in the Jesse box, so it was probably one of like the first few rolls or whatever. So I'm not gonna be all mad about it. $5 charge for whining.
I had this up in my cube at work.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why Sergio's saying Shane.
Hey, Sergio. Yeah, Chris Travis. It's actually really good for Pet G. Go take a look at Maker Muse's video on it. That basically solved all of his issues with Pet G.
I actually got it because I wanted to. That's wrong. I wanted to see how it does with OBC. Because I have a box of it down there that I have not been able to print because I don't have a print service that you can print it on. You normally print it on fiberglass.
Yeah, that should work pretty well on that.
That's kind of what I was thinking. When I saw him cutting it, I was like, hey, I bet that would work for.
Yeah, one of the things with G10, though, the stuff that I got, when you heat it up, it smells like a hot PCB or a PCB that's like about ready to let the smoke out. You know, that like the PCB smell that you get.
Well, isn't it the same material that a PCB is made out of?
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you wouldn't really 100% expect that smell because you'd think it'd be, you know, like the components getting hot or whatever. Like you wouldn't think it would be the.
Okay, I got a problem here. I keep finding random power supplies and I don't know what they're to. Oh, I bet this is to the RC505. What is your output? Output 12 volt, 3 amp. What are you? It doesn't say. I'm going to assume that's what it's for.
So I have one of these rock chips over here. I was doing some testing for auto drop.
Okay.
And I had it all sealed up in its little enclosure, and it hit 90C inside the enclosure.
And still kept going?
And still kept going. It was throttled down to like 400 megahertz. But it was like that overnight, and that was about like 10 hours.
Right.
I'm surprised it didn't die.
It's a dump truck, dog. Shut up. I'll put that there for now. It cannot stay there. 1090 megahertz receive antenna? Went a little nuts with some copper wire.
1090?
Yeah, it is what airplane transponders transmit at.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, yeah, I actually got to make one of those.
Yeah. I have a really nice commercially made one as well. Oh. And one of my amateur radio buddies, who's also my coworker, apparently his dad at one point bought an antenna thinking it was a CB antenna. Turned out to be a 2 meter 440 amateur radio antenna that is 9 feet tall before you mount it.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a little insane, but he gave it to me, so now I got to figure out where I'm going to put it. Because the hope is it'll make it to where he and I can actually do point-to-point communications. And if we can, that makes me become the relay between OKC and Tulsa. Garbage.
Speaking of which, I know you were doing the LoRa stuff for a bit there.
Still am.
Still am?
Oh, yeah.
Have you, like, kept up on the LoRa stuff from the
LilyGo? No, not from the Pi 64, but I did pick up the new LilyGo T-Echoes. Just leave it alone. Okay. I picked up these.
Oh, okay.
And it has a USB-C to charge. It's got a LiPo battery inside it. There's an e-ink paper display. 950 megahertz. It has an NFC transmitter on the bottom. Has a capacitance touch sensor on the top. 2 regular buttons here. Has built-in also, besides the LoRa chip, Bluetooth 4.2 with BLE, and there was something else that made this. Oh, humidity barometer, GPS, and temperature, all in one unit.
Nice.
And I have yet to do a range test with these yet. I have 2 of them. Still need a T-beam though. You still need a standard LoRa repeater if you want to get if you want to have some of the features that those can't do. Since they don't have an ESP32, you can't run a web server on it. Whereas the T-beams you can, which means you can have it to where people can connect to it over Wi-Fi with their cell phone, hit a web page, put their nickname in, and start sending messages.
Found yet another roll of blue duct tape or blue tape. A partially used roll, I should add.
Groucho, depending on when, Well, as an example, a few days ago, I put a new CB antenna on the van, and it's just a little one. It's nothing special. And I ended up, take care of Chris Travis. I ended up, I was doing a radio check, and I ended up having a 5-minute conversation with some guy, and we're both, talking away, and suddenly he started to fade out, at which point I asked him, "Where are you?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm in San Diego." I'm in Oklahoma. He's in California. Sunspots do some amazing things. Okay, I'm starting to get too many empty spools.
Yeah, I gotta make a trip up to Kovac so I can get rid of the abundance that I have.
So do they take them all or just their own?
Just their own.
Yeah, oh well.
They give you $1 back for each one, so.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got about 50 spools of coax here. But they all still have filament on them.
Yeah. Also, too, you'd have to send them back, and I don't know if that would be.
Dude, you know how much I drive.
That is true.
I was in Illinois last weekend.
I mean, you come up to Fond du Lac once a year, so.
Yep.
Not much of a stretch to go up to Pulaski.
No. Yeah, I'm hoping one of these years you'll be able to come out and hang out with me if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what happened this year. I think I was.
You were working.
Yeah, probably.
I met Chris Travis, but you were working.
Yeah. I met Chris Travis at
nice.
Murph. I think he was at Murph too. Yeah, he was.
Marcel just got himself a wing. Sonic Model AR Mini FPV wing. It's actually a really nice wing. All I have here is, I didn't realize you could see it on camera. I still have my Strix Goblin, but I have yet to fly it. I do have a DJI Air unit, but I'm too scared to fly it.
All right, this is the going from the yellow to the red.
Okay, so gray, yellow, and red.
Green.
That's green? It looks gray to me.
Yeah, it's a green. It's like a deep, very deep green.
Dude, it looks gray.
Okay.
Mine looks gray.
Oh, that's where the hell that went. I've been looking all over the place for this.
You know anybody who wants Alien 3D boxes? Because I got a whole bunch of them. Empty. Yeah, I'm gonna. They're going out. I don't need empty boxes.
Yeah, I got filament and stuff that I want to try out of them.
Even Sergio says it looks gray. Good. Always good to have a lipo bag. Yeah,
I've been looking for this for like the last year. I started charging my lipo for my RC car, and well, I'm going to charge this in the middle of the room, away from anything flammable.
I have a empty ammo can that I'm going to convert into a lipo charge station.
Yeah, it's where I store all my extra batteries, like laptop batteries and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I started collecting 186550 cells because I want to build I want to build my own battery wall. Oh, this is a mishmash of... Hey! That's the charger to my clippers I couldn't find. I can finally cut my hair. I actually went and bought new clippers because I couldn't find this. Okay, I'm going to hang that on that printer. I don't know what the rest of this is, and I don't feel like going through it right now, so it can just go on a shelf.
Yeah, I had a PEI sheet that I had used with acetone.
Ooh, you left the acetone on it?
Yeah, what I was trying to do is I was trying to do the acetone slurry on it because the PEI was shot. It was just completely, there's chunks out of it and stuff. And now I decided, well, I'm gonna get rid of it so I can put my G10 on here. And holy crap, does this stuff a pain to get off of here?
Actually, no, I did it. I actually have a pure metal sheet here because I accidentally dug my nozzle into one of mine.
Yeah.
And how I got it off is I put the sheet in the oven at 350, heated up the whole sheet, and it started to bubble the PEI off, and I was able to peel it off.
Oh, cool. Apparently, the Hobby Town here, you can get one of those like cloth bags if you shop from them today.
Huh. Yeah, Black Friday. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah. I went to work and then had to come home because the old dog who has issues jumped at the gate he was behind and was wandering around the house.
So will that work on the powder coated stuff too?
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe. You're not out anything if you're going to be destroying it anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, the other side is still pretty good, so I didn't want to.
So you wanted to make it something you could flip over, okay.
Yeah. But I mean,
yeah, that's a little harder.
Yeah. I mean, if I have to, I'll have to, you know.
Mine was a single coat, only on one side. And first I soaked it in acetone, then I soaked it in Gooby Gone, and the Gooby Gone worked at the end to get the rest of the sticky off, but the real trick was heat. Get it hot enough, it'll come off, but don't get it too hot, or you'll end up adding carbon to your sheet, and it'll no longer be a spring.
Mm.
Fold it a couple times, add some borax. You can easily turn it into tool steel.
So don't go starting a fire out in the little fire pit and just stick it in there.
Well, you can, but you can do anything once.
Yeah.
That's our saying at work for people who want to do something that's really stupid. You can do anything once. Ender 3 parts. Oh, lots of Ender 3 parts. Hey. Including the bed brackets. Oh, whoa, that's not from an Ender 3. Anybody need a 3-point bed leveling bracket for an Ender 3?
Nice.
I don't have the stanchions.
So have you seen?
You got one.
Yep.
I want
a test program.
You were.
Yeah, I broke the 0.4 nozzle. There's a little point on these that are a little weak, I think.
Okay.
So that's like one of the weak links is that, and they were having problems with it seizing into the heat block.
Yeah.
But I think they just added more tolerance to it.
Okay.
I think that's what the solution ended up being. Mine never seized, so it might be definitely down to a tolerance thing. But that thing runs. I ran through most of the beta printing PLA, and I forgot to plug in the fan for the heatsink.
Okay.
And it printed perfectly fine through that whole session of printing.
I wanted to convert all of my Chimeras to that.
Yeah, that's one of my plans is to get the conversion kit when it becomes available. They said November, right?
That's what they said, but then they said that they were having issues not with distribution. Which I would believe.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the really cool things about it is to change the nozzle. You track the filament, you heat it up, you track the filament, you let it cool down to room temperature, you unscrew it, and you screw the new one in there, then feed your filament back in, and then your nozzle's changed. There's no torquing, there's nothing. It's finger tight, and
Yeah. See, for me, I want it because I do know eventually I'm going to be printing stuff that starts using a 0.8 nozzle,
mm-hmm.
and then I got something I'm working on basically for the main support portion. I can talk really of the part. It's going to start at 0.6, and then when it starts to get up to the parts that are actually visible, it'll move to a 0.4, and then to a 0.2 to finish off the top few layers.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this is with the 0.8 nozzle.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not really perfectly, like my Z seam is just, massive. So I haven't gotten that all figured out yet on there. But, strength-wise, like my DDR pad, I printed that with the 0.8 nozzle. And with 2 layers, top and bottom, and like 10% infill, a 240-pound man can jump up and down on it and not crack it.
Oh, I didn't know you got that finished.
Yeah, I got the one for my neighbor finished, and then I have mine finished. I have stuff on it, so I can't really show it.
Yeah, remember the last time I saw it, it was still just plywood squares.
Yeah, I have that one finished, and I also made another one for my neighbor.
Nice. Shows you how long I've been gone.
Yeah. And that project only took like 6 months to do.
I know how that is. I think I've only ever completed one project I said I was actually working on.
Yeah, I started several. Oh, sorry.
I have 12 of these full of filament.
Yeah, I only have like 4.
This is actually the one that's not completely full. The rest are stuffed.
I have 4, and then random spools laying around my basement.
Oh yeah, let's not get into the random spools.
Random unopened spools.
Yes. These are all opened. Because I would open them up, I'd do like a couple test prints to see if I liked the filament or not, and then I'd put it away. I have yet, so I finally got onto the Jesse filament, the printed solid box or whatever it is, the mixtapes. Mm-hmm. I finally get into the subscription. I have not opened a single one. Why are you smelling that?
This is Chinese wood. It came from the ANET, and it smells like lost
hopes and dreams.
Yeah, that too. It smells like your attic or like a barn, more like a barn. It smells like a barn.
So it smells like barnwood. Which, by the way, sells for a lot of money here.
Yeah,
you go to some place that just got hit by a tornado, and you ask them if you can have the barn that just got torn up. Mm-hmm. You take all that wood, you clean it up, take it out to California, and you can sell it for like $50 to $60 a plank.
Jeez. Yeah, this is one of the pieces for the DDR pad. The top layer on this one was kind of a failure.
Okay.
A couple extras, but yeah, these things, they were like they're stiff, and they only have like a couple top layers. What
you saying there, Sergio? Hey Shane, how's the CR30 working out for you?
I did the tests that I wanted to do. I wanted to look at the things that I wanted to look at that people told me not to worry about, which I'm glad I picked it up and did it so I can actually do a video. It's the thing that you want to worry about, because they put soldered wires into crimp connectors on a $1,000 printer.
Why does Creality do that? They do that to almost all their products.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it is they have this these things around all the wires, Faraday beads. So they go through their effort of doing all that, and then they solder the end of the wires and stuff them in instead of putting the little crimps on it. Like, how about not put you don't need that many of these on there. Like they just went to town. Like
Hey,
literally on
dude.
every single wire.
Dude, if you don't want those, I'll take them. As an amateur radio op, I live and die by those.
Yeah. Well, there's.
I cannot use 40-meter amateur radio band if I'm printing because the stepper motors put off a ton of noise, and it's all from the cheap, thin wire.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely didn't listen to the people of Twitter on that one, and I picked up my own one locally and tore it apart. One of these days, I'll eventually get the video edited out and thrown out.
I want a belt printer only because I have a few things in the drone community that I want to print that I know will sell. But the problem is I need to make sure TPU works because everything's printed in TPU.
Yeah.
Have you tried TPU on that yet?
I haven't, but as you speak of that, I have some inland TPU here.
95A?
Yeah, 95A.
Perfect. That's what I print mostly.
Yeah, and that would actually go through this hot end perfectly fine. So it's a Bowden setup, and that stuff prints really well with the Bowden.
Yeah, because I just lots of things. Lots of things. Oh, hey, a hoodie! I just found a hoodie. When the hell did I get this?
Were you a little chilly?
Oh no, it's from my neighbor's outside firing his gun.
Oh,
Serenity.
Oh, nice.
The Firefly hoodie.
Yeah, I get to show off my new shirt.
Nice. LDO Motors.
Yeah.
Good company.
Yeah, that was definitely a really cool show.
Yep. Yeah, I was part of the loot crate for it.
Mm.
So this is the abridged Shan Yu that they bring up in the first episode.
Oh, nice.
It's actually just a blank book.
Yeah.
And I got a stationery set, a ton of the models, and I really like the show. If I had to say anything, I wish it was kind of back. But at the same time, after watching Nathan Fillion and a bunch of other things, I'm kind of glad it died.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff related to that, like, the solar freaking roadways?
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of lost every single ounce of respect for him after that, so.
Why?
He was a spokesperson for it.
It's actually a really good idea, but don't do it as the roadways. You do it as the sidewalks.
How about you cover the sidewalks and do it
That
properly?
too.
Like, one of the biggest arguments with it is putting it underfoot. You have to put the thick. Where was that? I think it was.
There's a place in Michigan, I think, that developed a solar panel roadway. They've been using it to do driveways and stuff, and they lose 30% efficiency by the coating.
Yeah. There was actually a place, I want to say Denmark for some reason, or it might have been France. It was a walkway. It was a solar walkway that just from people walking on it destroyed the panels. And it was the thick panels too. Like the heat and everything caused it to warp. And
oh no! See, these are hexagons. They're little tiny hexagons that click together.
Yeah.
So they don't have that problem. Sergio is wondering if we've seen what Creality is currently crowdfunding on Kickstarter. I have not.
Yeah, I tend not to watch big corporations and Kickstarter.
I tend not to watch anything Creality anymore.
Yeah.
I'm still in all the groups, but I have interacted so little that they no longer show up in my feed.
Yeah, I follow the thing with EV blog, where his explanations of like the solar roadways and like all these people are like I think Georgia they got hit with it where they're gonna do a roadway there, and he basically brought up the roof map of everything. Why aren't you putting solar panels on all of these roofs here? There's a bunch of industrial buildings, and it's like, you put the equal number of solar panels on these roofs, and you'll have like
the same amount of coverage.
You'll have the same amount of coverage, and you'll have like something like twice the power output, just because you don't, all the losses of it being on the ground, it having the coating, having cars on top of it.
Well, yeah, that is the one thing that a lot of people don't realize. I can't see what it says.
No, it's just googly eyes.
Somebody put googly eyes on her. I think it was a 30% loss, but what a lot of people don't realize is that's just for the coating. If you do not have the panel tilted, you lose 10 to 30% efficiency just from that alone.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. It's like, and that's why I'm so against it. Is like, if you're gonna waste that much resources on something, put it up in the air. Like, like just doing like covered bus stops or partially covered walkways, like that would probably end up costing about the same to do, and as well have more power.
I say do both. Get all the parking garages and all the parking stalls that have overhangs already on them. Get all of them converted to solar, and then put up vertical windmills on every telephone pole.
Yeah.
Not horizontal, vertical. They are different.
Yep.
Multicolor printer add-on. Oh, so they're coming out with their own MMU. Huh.
Yeah, it's definitely like do all of the easy stuff first. Like if you're gonna do the ground stuff, make sure all the roofs are covered first. Like.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. Good enough for now. Hey, there's my good tripod. No, not John.
Not this tripod?
No. I'm glad his channel's taking off as much as it is.
Yeah, I'm glad that DeWitt got to 1,000. Like that was he's got a pretty good channel going there too.
Yeah, eventually I'll get there. Maybe.
I actually have a video with like 500 views on it.
Nice.
And I only have 50 subscribers. And I have no idea like why. It's the bird air system that I put on the feature creep there.
Mm-hmm.
And that got 500 views, and I'm not exactly sure how. It was with my cell phone. I did a quick video like, hey, this is what it is, and it actually did well, and I don't know how.
Yeah, my videos of me flying around at Murph actually got quite a few views. I was a little shocked. I need to actually edit all of those videos and make a compilation video of them and get it up and online. But I just haven't had the. It isn't that I haven't had the time. I just haven't had the will. I like streaming like this. I can pull up anything. I can work on anything I want. If I want to switch midstream to something else, I can.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. Whereas if I'm having to do a video, I have to plan out everything. I have to shoot everything I want to shoot. Then I have to Then I end up nitpicking it myself. I'm too much of a freaking perfectionist for that.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that I really want to do is, you remember Noise Brew?
Yes.
I kind of want to replicate some of the stuff that he's done with like the API stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a fun project. And I know Dan wanted to do something like that. He wanted to like get like a little bit that you can change colors, the Twitch bit,
Mm-hmm.
or like a color changing Twitch bit. And I was gonna kind of incorporate one of the alien boxes because it's got one of those ESP32 things
Yep.
that control the LED.
Oh, hang on, this is why I don't use these normally.
The ESP32 light thing that he's got in one of the projects. I was gonna basically take that, incorporate into that, and then put it into Twitch. I was kind of thinking on doing something like that.
Wouldn't be hard to do.
Yeah, I just got to figure out the API stuff that he was using. The stuff he was using has no documentation.
No, Twitch's API is the documents on it are horrible.
Well, like not even that. The stuff that Noise Brew was using is Node Red.
Yeah,
it's a Node package.
Yeah,
that has literally no documentation. It even said that there's the documentation that's there. It says there's no documentation
for Node Red.
Yeah,
there's tons of documentation.
For the one that he's, I would like to see it then because I was doing some searching.
Well, so there's tons of documentation for Node Red, but if you're talking about documentation for having Node Red interact with the API, that's different.
Yeah.
And again, not that hard because you're just hitting it's a web-based API.
Yeah.
So if you can hit it with Fiddler and have it kick back what you're looking for, now you know what your URLs are. So then you set a Node Red get object up that does the get on or the post or whatever of the same web URL.
Okay.
The hard part is setting up your authentication.
Yeah, the thing that I'm trying to figure out is like the whole process of using Node Red because I've never used it before. I don't even know what exactly its purpose is. So.
There's tutorials out there on it. It's basically Node Red is the visual way of scripting. That's literally all it is. It's the visual way of scripting. So you have all instead of having your statements that you have to actually type out by hand, you just have these little puzzle pieces.
Oh, okay, that's what that is. Okay.
Yes. So instead of having a while loop, you have a while puzzle piece. Mm-hmm. So while this puzzle piece is doing this thing, this one does this.
Okay, so that's probably why I wasn't wrapping my head around it because, I was going to just, I was at the point last night where I was just like, oh, I'm just going to grab the Laravel package, set it up on a cron job every minute, to go grab the stuff and do it that way.
If you can do it that way, Node Red is literally it's more overhead.
Yeah.
To be honest. But the nice thing about Node Red is it's easier for people who don't know programming, who don't know heavy level scripting. It's easier for them to wrap their heads around because it's just puzzle pieces. Hey, if this is purple, that means it's a do. Do this. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old Lego stuff, like
Connectix.
Yeah.
Yep, I love Connectix. But again, if you actually know how to script, you don't have to have that overhead. Because it is a lot of overhead.
Yeah, I could probably just spin up like even a PHP WebSocket server type thing, and
I'm lazy. I do it all in PowerShell.
Yeah, I'm a Linux user, so it's gonna live on Xbox.
PowerShell runs on Linux.
Oh, does it?
Yep.
Well, I'm pretty well versed in Bash, so
yeah, I do most of my stuff in PowerShell. I do some in Bash because I have to manage Apple's Mac OS. I used to do a lot in Perl. I actually wrote my own DVD decoder in Perl. But because my primary skill set is monitoring, and most data centers run Windows, I know a lot of .NET.
Yeah.
So for me, PowerShell is just C# backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not that's not a joke. It literally is C# backwards. So instead of writing out your individual objects, you're getting your objects and playing with those instead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually one of the troubles around here right now is a lot of the job recruiters like, oh, programming. So here's some .NET jobs for you. And it's like, no, I don't want to do that.
Dude, seriously, Mono on Linux, learn the .NET stuff. That's how Steam is doing a lot of its work right now.
Yeah.
Is they're leveraging Mono in order to play. They're leveraging Mono and Wine libraries in order to play Windows games on Linux.
Yeah.
There's a huge market for that right now. I wish it wasn't so. Don't get me wrong. .NET is a nightmare of its own.
Yeah, and all the projects that I've come across with doing web development that we've converted from .NET to PHP,
right.
because we would get these projects that were done overseas, and they're just so trash. Like we did a catalog site for a trail cam, and it was all done in .NET. We had basically what we ended up doing is we took Laravel. We did a script to turn the equivalent of blades in .NET into the blades for PHP.
Yep.
And went from there just so we could get our product pages up.
So I have been dealing with Ruby on Rails and AWS, and personally, it doesn't really matter what the language is. They all have horrible inefficiencies depending on what you're using them for. The ones I hate the most, though, are the ones that use 4 or 5 different languages to do one thing.
Yep.
There is a product that we tried to demo. We did a proof of concept of in our environment at my current employer for virtualizing our registers.
Mm-hmm.
They took apart a standard ESXi host, and rather than license the host as a single host, they ripped apart their open source side and made it their own. But instead of it, so they ran their disk IO subsystem as a virtual machine. Yes. That right there. Why? They had 22 VMs to run one register.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had one for the pin pad, they had one for the register, they had one to handle the I/O of the register, they had one to handle the disk of the register, they had one to run the cache drawer, and then of course they had to have the VMs to do all the communication in between. Thankfully, that company got bought and shut down.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got the table cleared off enough. I now need to figure out how I'm going to arrange all of this so that way I can still use the table but be able to get access to this. I need to get this board out of here because I need to get to the window. I have to get to the window because I need to... Oh, something got spilt on that stepper motor. That's weird. I've never seen a stepper motor corrode before. How am I going to do this? I need to get these boards out of here so I can get to the window. And then the next project is I need to take a 2x4, the length of the windowsill, route in until it's only 1.5 inches thick in a rectangle, inset on both sides. And then I need to glue in the copper straps I have, and then drill 1.25 inch holes through the copper and the wood so I can put the bulkhead connectors for my antenna wire.
Sounds like a process.
Yeah. All of this just so I can use an antenna that's currently mounted with pipe clamps to a ladder.
So do you do any resin printing at all?
I have a longer orange 10 down there in the down there. I've only printed 3 things. 2 of them made a huge mess. The third one was bat or cocky, and that's it.
Okay. If you decide to do any more resin printing, they sell. So these are these LED tubes for like T8
The
bulbs.
overhead. Yep.
Yeah. They make 405 nanometer blacklight tubes for them.
Really?
Yes, and they're not that expensive either.
So, see, I have LED light bars, but all of mine, they're not on the fluorescent ballast because those generate too much noise.
Yeah.
But that has my interest because I have a couple projects that I want to do that will be printing something that clips together, and then I need to flow different colored UV resin into it and harden it.
Yeah, and actually, let me look it up. And I believe they're the ones. I think all of them you can run them with or without the ballast. So.
Oh, well, yeah. If you can run it without the ballast, it's got my interest.
Yeah, because
the ballast is the issue.
I think they say no rewiring required, but you can run them without the ballast. It doesn't use the ballast to strike them. So.
Okay. Yeah, because the ballast generates a ton of hash noise across a couple of the amateur bands for 1, but for 2, I can hear them.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't grab the price on them. Crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 17 watts LED T8 blacklight bulbs.
Oh, whoops. That's another mark in the ceiling. And that's another mark in the ceiling. You need a big white board? Where am I going to put this? That was kind of stupid of me. I pulled it out and I don't know where I'm going to put it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Go back. Apparently we have 5 people watching. I don't know how many people have clicked like or dislike.
It looks like 4 people hit like.
Cool.
Yeah.
More than I expected. Time is it anyways? 3:40. You guys don't have dinner for a few hours. That needs to go in that other room. I'm probably out of range. I don't know if you can hear me.
You're like kind of robotic-y.
Yeah. That puts me right. That puts me right at the edge when I go into the other room.
Yeah, so I set it right on my my bed here.
Okay, there's the yellow.
Yeah, and there's the red, and then the gray that everybody keeps.
Yeah, it looks like gray to me, but even mine in the box looks gray. Actually, it looks black.
Yeah, the colder it gets, the darker it gets, and I want to say it's a green. So.
Well, I got the box right here. What does the box say it is? Where's that label again? I was just reading it a moment ago. There it is. Tricolor change lava, temperature change color, black to red to yellow.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
So the green you probably get is when it starts to do the transition from yellow to red.
Yeah. Which probably means the colder it gets, probably the darker it gets then, because room temperature is probably that kind of grayish, greenish.
Right. Whereas here in my house, my room temp is 50.
Yeah. And I think it's 65 right now in my basement.
Right. So that explains why you have the gray-green. That makes sense.
I'm going to stick it outside. I don't know which one I have the screen out of.
Shut up. Oh, windows. Oh my God. I haven't seen these windows in forever. Oh, this blanket is stapled to the wall. Okay. Yep, definitely stapled. Well,
Yeah,
my cat
definitely made the decision for me that I have to get rid of this carpet down here.
Oh no. Yeah.
I accidentally locked him down in the basement for like 8 hours.
Yeah, and he decided, fine, if I'm going to be down here for 8 hours, it's now a bathroom.
Yep, and it's a diabetic cat, so he pisses a lot.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's my own fault, and the carpet needs to go anyways.
Yeah, so that's the problem. You can't blame the animal when it's your own. It's like, Fish. He jumped over the fence and then he pooped in the house. Well, nobody was home, and he's got issues, and we know this. So I'm not mad at him for it. Now, him deciding it was okay to shred the box that he found, that I got mad about because he knows better.
Yeah, and thankfully he pissed right at the door, so.
Oh.
And that carpet right there is just completely just worn out. So.
Nice thing about that is you could cut that section out and put down so take your failed 3D prints, put them in the oven, and make yourself a block to epoxy to the floor right there.
Yeah.
And then you can even texture it by sprinkling, when the plastic's at that lightly flowy stage, you can sprinkle in a little bit of that sand. So it has a little bit of texture even. And then people can wipe their feet off right there.
Yeah. That'd actually be perfect outside coming into the house.
I'm actually planning on doing that to the concrete steps.
Nice. The one thing that I would like to do is I want to build one of those filament grinders. That open source filament grinder. I want to make one of those because it's just an industrial like grinder monster thing that would just be cool to have.
Right. Okay.
But
let's move you now over here. Okay, that light's obnoxious. That doesn't work. I need to print the diffuser. I think I need to go get a chair and another beer. After I spin these bins and get them laid down more.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
kind of annoying like this, where just like
this is what I'm dealing with.
Oof.
It looks way too much like Red Light's place.
Yeah. Is that from moving the house around from the pups?
Yeah, 4 different times.
Yeah.
And the problem is my back just gave out. Oh wow. Hi people. There's a link at the top if you want to join. You can talk about other things. I'm gonna go get my amateur radios now. Because that's what this whole purpose is about at the moment. Because Dora Ding hasn't sent me a laser cutter yet.
Yeah, it reminds me, I should probably talk to Edge of Tech.
Jim?
Yeah, because I remember a while back, the whole reason why I got this Artist D was because he needed space on his floor. And I know he has some danger lasers where they're like, the way they're set up right now, they're like super dangerous.
I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but it's still funny.
Using a mirror for the base plate, basically.
Oh!
I don't think it was an actual mirror, but from the
A
sound of
reflective
it,
surface?
it was a very reflective surface for it.
Yeah, no, that's just stupid.
Yeah. So I know he's got a couple of those, and I want to see if.
And there goes my toolbox. That's going to be fun.
But yeah, I want to see what it would take to get one of those from him.
Yeah, I think I need to talk to him too, because I remember him talking to me. I was asking him about some of the lasers he was doing reviews on last year, and he said that when I'm ready to buy, to talk to him first about something.
Yeah.
But he never said what.
It's probably the same situation.
And I've just hit the point now where I have enough stuff to do almost any additive manufacturing I want, almost. But I don't have what I need to do subtractive. All right. I'm going to go robot-y a second while I go get myself another beer.
All right.
I need a beer.
Speaking of which, I definitely need to get this back up operational, so I can finish my project that I want to do.
Yeah.
Because I had to move my multi-printed CNC around so it wasn't like gutting people as they walked past.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not ready to cut the pipe down to the proper length. I had the company come in and get rid of the galvanized pipe in my coming up to my house.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, this part of the stream at 1 hour and 47 minutes will be brought to you by a company called Four Hands Brewing in St. Louis, Missouri. And this is their chocolate milk stout.
Ooh. There's one, it's like Great Lakes Brewing Company. They're up in north, like up near Duluth.
I got too used to pouring nitros. This is not a nitro. Oops. Which one?
I think it's like Duluth Brewing Company or Great Lakes or Superior Brewing Company, something along those lines.
Superior. There's Superior, there's Great Lakes, and there's Duluth.
Well,
you just literally named 3 different breweries in that area. But that's fine.
Yeah. One of those 3 has a chocolate, or it's a oatmeal stout, or I think it's like
a nice chocolate oatmeal milk stout is really good.
Yeah, I think it might have been it might have been a mix of those 3. It's just it was just so good. However, I have to drive like 5 hours to get to where they actually sell that stuff. So
while it is my fault that it has that much head, it's still a good head, especially since it was a slightly dirty glass because I already drank a beer out of it. By the way, never judge a beer, the head on a beer, based on the head. You never judge it based on because the glass, if the glass has got any dirt in it, hasn't been rinsed, isn't chilled, you're not getting the optimal head on it. Instead of getting microfine bubbles, you'll get big bubbles because when it hits the dirt, the CO2 explodes out more.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I used to homebrew. Well, there's no use. That cabinet right there is nothing but homebrewing.
So this is one of my plans for my laser cutter.
Oh, yes.
So I can etch these things. I'm just trying to figure out a good way. I got to remodel this so it's a little bigger because the teeth here are too small. This general size is a little too small for glasses. But yeah, that's why one of my projects that I'm working on. as a rotary axis.
One thing I wanted to try, because everybody says etching glass is like a pain in the ass, and you're not actually etching, you're blading it and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things I wanted to try was putting a piece of black construction paper inside the glass before I etch.
Mm.
So that way it has a slightly non-reflective surface for it to hit, rather than it just trying to pass all the way through.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a piece of glass I just hit with
Nice.
the test pattern. Yeah, the test pattern didn't really tell me much. they pretty much all look almost identical. So
I'm wondering how that would have come out if you had black on the other side.
Mm. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, because I could feel it on this side, because this is the side that I hit.
Right. Because one of the things I was thinking of doing for a glass is if you can get it to etch in deep enough, you could then wipe it with alcohol-stained resin.
Mm.
And that way your etching could have color.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a bite to this, so I wouldn't see why that wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm. But it can't be UV resin. Oh,
yeah.
That came out nice. That's a mirror?
This is actually one of those tiles where they have paint on the back. It's a glass tile. And one of the thoughts that I had for this, memorial thing.
That fits with what I'm saying, though, because by having the paint on the backside, you're able to get the gradient.
Yeah. Yeah, because it basically does like what the what it was doing there is very similar to that. The painted tile.
Mm-hmm.
It's doing a similar thing to that, and I just hit it again with another coat of paint on the back, and it just made it like super deep. I don't remember what settings they were, but because I didn't write them down on the back,
right?
Unfortunately, but yeah, one of the things
I have in my shop, a probably 200 or more ceramic tiles that have a polyester coating on them for doing heat pressing.
Oh, really?
And I have all the gear. I have the sublimation gear, so I can heat press images onto them.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what if I was to heat press an image on it and then hit it with the laser?
Yeah, that could do something interesting.
Because I could do the coloring and then use the laser to do the embossing.
Yeah. Or if you wanted to do like a cell shaded like picture, something like this, would look really nice with the cell shading, because it's got the different colors and stuff on it.
Right.
Normally, like the picture would have, and then you do like a light outline around it.
Yep.
Yeah. But the thing that I wanted to do here was the memorial thing that you have, the wooden memorial thing. I was thinking of doing something like that. Oh.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
You can still hear me, right? I can hear you.
Okay.
Hello? Okay. I just got a bandwidth warning for some reason.
Yeah,
because I opened up Facebook. Okay, let me close that and come back. Okay, we're going to leave that alone. That's a no-go.
Yeah.
This little system can't do that.
Yeah.
So Groucho says, paint on glass. I don't think you can do shades on glass. Tempera paint on the edge side, wash off with water.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Hey, fish! Shut up! Anyways.
Yeah. But yeah, memorials and stuff on this would look pretty cool, I think. Like the memorial, things like what you got for your dog.
Right.
That would be kind of interesting.
So what I was trying to pull up on here, but I can't because apparently this little system can't do it right now. I have sublimation tiles that I did. It's 4 tiles, and when you put them together, it's a heart with a purple outline, and it's my wife's hand and my hand with her wedding ring on.
Oh, nice.
In the center of it. And I did the heat pressing of each of those individually. Go check Tripod's last video. I would, but apparently when I try to open another tab on here, it flips out. Anyway, oh, what is this? Puppy side up egg dog toy. Okay. Kind of weird to see a tag for a toy that looks like a bottle of Tabasco.
Yeah.
Whatever. Oh, radios.
So there was a thing that I was working on earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing the practice exam for SolidWorks.
Sorry.
Completely screwed that all up.
He's barking at the gunshots. Because it's not normal in his world.
Mm.
It's like, dude, the neighbor's out there playing with his gun. Let him be. Tupperware container hell. Okay, that was not a gun. That was a big boom. Like the house shook.
Oh. Was he shooting propane tanks?
Probably some tannerite. I wouldn't doubt it. Redneck explosives.
Yeah.
Ow, 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 ow. Ow, I'm hooked. Ow. This is way too heavy. Way too heavy. Ow.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my my score on the practice exam. I completely biffed the last question because I forgot one of the alignments.
For what?
The CSWA for SolidWorks.
Oh, I didn't know there was a. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where I was at. What I was doing today.
Might as well.
Yep. It's only $100 for each of the tests. So.
2 meter 440 field strength test meter.
Oh, nice.
Really, all it is it's an SWR gauge with a resonant piece of wire hung off the back of it, so it can basically act like a receiver, and it tells you how much power it's seeing.
Mm.
I use it to identify if any of my high voltage devices are going to interfere with my radio. 20 amp extension cord. Whoops. Bench power supply. This little power supply is a 50 amp, 13.8 volt power supply with an adjustable noise notch, so you can move where the switching noise is. And it also can do adjustable voltage from 1 volt to 13.8 volts. So you can use it for testing, like 3.3 or 5 volt devices as well. And it does have screw terminals on the back besides just the cigarette lighter on the front. It's a nice little power supply. But my goal is to get it to where I don't need it. And this, an Elenco DR135 2 meter that is got a modified data out port on it, so it can do 9600 baud over the radio. Now, when I say 9600 baud, that's what it can authenticate at. But using Vera, which is a amateur radio driven encoding, digital encoding, I have hit 21,000 baud. Tuner for the ICOM. This is the radio I'm putting inside that case. So this part here actually comes off, and I have a cable that hooks to it. This is what I need to cut out in the facing, so I can mount it in there at a slight angle.
Okay.
And then this will just be flat inside the case. This radio can do all modes, and 160 all the way up to 73 centimeter, 70 centimeter, aka it's an all-in-one and way too expensive to replace. Amateur radios are expensive, way too expensive.
Yeah, one of the other things that would be a kind of a challenge too for doing laser cutting.
Oh yeah,
laser etching.
Pint glasses.
Yeah. I think I should probably go find some like straight walled ones where they're not tapered. Get my stuff figured out.
Actually, if you have your turn point, if you angle your turn point, you'd have to angle it the opposite way. Oh, that would be a pain in the ass. Because you basically would have to level your laser head to follow that taper somehow.
Yeah, so I would have to set it up so it could basically, go like this.
Yeah.
So everything's at an angle. And then not only that, I would have
you need to know how much the radius changes for your coating, so that way it doesn't, because it's not going to be the same amount of rotation as you go through.
Yeah, because it's going to be pinched at the bottom compared to the top. So,
hey, Llama, links at the top should be pinned. Use a small lip roller on the mouth. That'll make the face turn flat.
Yeah. So, I think what he's talking about is like just the normal rollers. There's two different styles of these. So there's ones that kind of go into the front like this, which is better for these.
Right.
And then there's the ones that have the rollers on the bottom.
Like a rock tumbler.
Yeah, rock tumbler type thing. And you can adjust both ends. So if I were to do both types, I'd probably have to have both types of things. But I don't know if I want to do that yet. I mean, I could probably get away with the roller style on here because I could probably, make the rollers run on here and here.
Depends on where you want the image. If you want the image to be opposite of the handle, that won't work. But as you see, like with the A&W glass, it's not opposite of the handle. So
yeah, they're usually all the glasses I've seen. They're not opposite of the handle. They're the front and back, like if you're holding it. So
I'm starting to get a little annoyed with my neighbor. I'm tired of the gunshots already. I'll give him a little bit longer before I pull out my rifle.
$2.50 a shot right now, it seems like, what he's shooting.
Probably not. It doesn't sound to be that big. Well, he hit something big earlier, but when he's firing, doesn't sound that big.
Yeah.
Myself, this is what I use to shut them up. Yeah, so I'm glad I'm not monetized. Anyways.
Oh, nice.
And I even put a muzzle brake on it. Okay, good. It is clear. Always clear your weapons. But 7.62 by 5.4R.
Nice.
Hey, Llama.
The only reason I know this is because I have a friend that did this with commercial like ones. When you do the roller for the cup, you use a pinch roller.
Oh, so
and the inner pinch roller is the same diameter as this face roller. So when it rotates, it's the same speed, but it keeps this top face flat no matter what, so you never have to refocus or adjust your laser.
Okay.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only thing it does do, if you have like really, really perfectly large round things, it slightly distorts it because the glass actually has a larger face on the one side.
Mhm.
So it makes it it's almost unnoticeable unless you do it really big. It makes it kind of egg shaped
Yeah.
when you laser it.
Yeah. There's ways of skewing it from top to bottom, but that gives it its own
But
issues.
the two roller things, once he showed me that, I was just like, oh, wow, that just totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that's the biggest problem is, this is a larger mouth, so you got to make a larger rotation. But if you make the diameter of your roller here and your pinch roller inside here as your drive, and then you just put a little roller here that just applies pressure and keeps it on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it rotates, this face always stays flat.
Yeah.
It never pitches. And it makes total sense.
Yeah.
I mean, once you think about it. And actually, the distortion isn't, like I said, it's so small unless you do like a really big round thing. And even then, you really don't notice it because, it's an egg-shaped, it's a weird, shaped glass anyways. They do that with the printers now, too. The dye sub printers do that.
Yep, that is correct.
They use the same method. They pinch roll the mouth side, and the roller is the same side as the bottom side, so it rotates at the same speed.
That is very correct.
Then you don't need to adjust anything, software, hardware, on the laser at all. You don't have to code and weird things. Everything's the same. It just works.
Yeah, and I could definitely make a roller with what I have here. So
yeah, you could 3D print one. Just use TPU.
A really cheap O-ring set.
O-rings. Yep, that'll do it. I'm assuming you have some kind of drivey thing to spin it in the first place, right? You have one of them glass rollery ones now, right? That the glass sits on it and it rolls the glass. Is that a wood stove pipe, Zolan?
Yes, it is. No, propane.
Well, same difference, but yeah.
Yeah, some assembly required.
No, yeah, some assembly. I thought that was one of those ones that just had the rollers on the bottom and it just rolled. You set the glass on it and the rollers rolled and the glass rolled on top of them.
Yeah, so there's a couple different styles that I've been kind of looking at. I don't want to spend $300 on something when I can make it.
Yeah, well, that's just it. The way I'm looking at it, you could 3D print the rollers.
Yeah,
just stick them on a motor and be done with it. Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah. So what this is, it's just a 3-jaw chuck.
I just need a slightly bigger version of that.
Yeah,
which you put on the bottom. You'd have to make it a little bigger, I think, right? That's not big enough to grab the glass. But whatever the diameter bottom of the glass is, that's what you make your drive side pinch roller.
Apparently today that's going to encourage them.
Your face will always stay parallel to the laser.
Apparently it encouraged him rather, because now he's out there firing more.
What are they firing?
I don't know what he's firing, but it's been going on now for almost an hour.
Oh, God. Feel lucky.
Hey, man.
Moron next door. It's been raining and crappy all day.
Oh, I'm sorry, Groucho. I didn't warn anybody that I was about to pull the trigger.
Oh, no. He's
We didn't hear anything.
Blowing leaves in the rain. Now,
well, Groucho says earbud check, so apparently he heard it.
No.
We didn't hear it.
The leaf blower he uses is like a small train going on. It's a ride-on leaf blower. It's a stand-on ride-on leaf blower. But the thing's like, it smells like the trains aren't as loud, and they're closer.
Hey, Jekyll.
He's a half a mile away that way, and I can freaking hear that. It makes the house rumble when he gets closer. Freaking thing's obnoxious. He's still running. It's dark out. It's dark outside. I can still hear that thing running.
So my property, Groucho, my property I have a pond that I can shoot towards that's actually down in a valley. So I know I don't have to worry about anything past it because I own the property going back up the hill on the other side.
Yeah, but no, hit the lick, ricochet.
No.
Miles,
No.
Just one of those, someone's gonna find a way
Oh.
to make it.
And then not with 7.62. That's gonna it'll hit the water and just disintegrate.
Yeah, that speed, yeah.
Dude,
and what's for it's the actual
bitch about that.
and it's the actual Russian ammo.
Yeah.
So it's extra crappy.
Yep.
Although the Russians, they like shooting people. They might actually make decent ammo.
Well, actually, World War II.
The 7.62 54R Mosin Nugget ammo is the same ammo that they use in the Dragunov sniper rifle.
Yeah, and the rifle that you have there in World War II, they were shooting people at very, very great distances with that, and iron sights. There's some stories about them, and it's just like, holy crap.
Your Z motor sounds like crap when it moves full speed because you're moving out of step. You're moving out of what's that mode called? There's three modes. One's silent step, one's something else, and then the other one's the normal. So it sounds just like it's on the standard A480 stepper.
Yeah, my Z's in that.
Sprint cycle, yes.
Why is your mic so? Oh, you're using like a cell phone headphone mic, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, earbuds. That's why.
I'm not on my desktop. I'm actually on my new Lenovo tablet.
No. I was gonna say I noticed you're in a different spot than usual.
Yeah, I'm getting this area cleaned up because I needed access to the window right here so I can get my radios hooked up.
Yeah. Good for you. How'd the chicken coop go? Did you ever get your light bulb?
No, it was supposed to be delivered today, but it's still not here.
You know what, dude? I got stuff I ordered that were supposed to be delivered today, and it says, delivered by 10 a.m., delivered by 2 p.m. Now it says delivered by 9 p.m. Now,
who's it being delivered through?
USPS, which means I won't see it until tomorrow. They just shut down today. How do I tell if it's in Stealth Chop? Because you said it that way in the firmware.
Well, actually, in the config file, he's running Clipper.
Well, that's his whole problem there. Although I'll tell you what, after dealing with Marlin again today with VS Code, I'm thinking I can brave Clipper because if I can deal with, I'm sorry, VS Code is obnoxious.
I've been so pissed
VS Code is one of the best things there are, unless you're on a Mac.
No, it's the same. VS Code.
No, it is not.
No.
It is not the same.
They had to change so much stuff because of Apple having a stick up their ass about context menus, because that context menu, the person that said, "Oh, right click," that's a thing that Apple, as a coding standard, like they don't want context.
There's no right. Yeah, they don't want right click.
So
the real issue isn't the right click. The real issue is it's not optimized for an M1 processor.
Actually, it is.
No, it is not.
Actually,
it runs through a Rosetta.
No, I think the latest version I just got said it was M1 Mac. No, M1 Mac compatible, not written for. You're right.
Bingo! How do I know? I do the Mac. I do all the management at work for Apple OS and for Mac OS.
It's all the same thing. I mean, it's just stupid
it's
wording.
Not. It is not the same.
It's not deleting a folder.
No, you don't delete anything in VS Code. You don't delete.
Yeah,
you close the folder.
I don't want it on there anymore.
Then you close the folder, which makes it go away from VS Code, and then you go on your drive and delete it.
No, I don't want to delete it from my drive. I just want to delete. I don't want VS Code using it anymore.
You just close it.
Just close it.
Yeah,
close it.
That's not closing it. Closing it is collapsing it. Collapsing and closing is the same thing. If I'm working on something and I close it, it's still on my desktop. It makes no fucking sense. Windows has done that to me. It makes no sense to me. The wording is back-ass words.
There's closing it, there's collapsing it, and then there's removing it.
Yeah, and there is no remove it. I don't want to trash it. I just want to remove it from the application. I don't want
so you're supposed to highlight the folder and then go to File and Close Folder. I do this every day at work.
Yeah. Close folder is not removal. I don't care what you're using or what. It makes no sense. I close a folder on my desk. It's still on my damn desk. I didn't file it away. Closing the folder is not removing it.
Well, good thing you're not a programmer.
Proper wording. You guys are just used to Windows because it's backwards. Anyway, I'm done bitching about it.
Yeah. Well, one of the
Shady Shane here freaking figured it out for me, and now I got it figured out.
Yeah, and that was a screenshot from Linux, by the way.
Yeah, which uses the same libraries as the Mac OS version.
That's because Mac is, well, Linux,
no, it's not.
Unix, one of them.
It's BSD.
Yeah, there's BSD and there's Linux that are different. Linux was
Mac OS is BSD.
That's like saying Windows 95 and Windows XP are different. I mean, they are, but they're not.
The kernels are different, but their subsystems are the same.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that really annoyed me with VS Code and Marlin is I had a project on there for the Artist D. I haven't changed anything. I haven't updated anything, and it won't compile. And I get different compile errors every time I compile.
I'm vegging out, man. The veggie day.
That's my complaint with Marlin.
It's just there's so much that just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it's because you use a Mac.
It's got nothing to do with the Mac. It's just VS Code. I was doing the same thing with Chris Riley.
It's not even VS Code. It's because you're old.
Well, there's that. There is that. I will give 50% of the issues that. I mean, well, 75% of the issues are me and me being old.
Because as I get older, do not get me wrong, as I get older, there have been many times I'm at work dealing with something that just came out, and I'm looking at it going, well, that's just stupid.
Yeah. It's just, some of it is just, I mean, I was never good at coding anything, but Arduino, I could sit down and I can figure it out.
Yeah.
I never really had to ask. You know, you could figure it out. It made sense. That makes VS Code. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't. I love
VS Code. I use VS Code in probably 60% of what I do every day.
So, have you run into that with compiling Marlin? So VS Code, I haven't updated anything. I haven't done anything. Let me go through the whole process first before you. So Artist D, I had to compile it specific for this machine because this is a pre-production unit, so I had to take Artist D software. So I know it was compiling because I had to compile the new version for this. And you let it sit for 6 months, you come back to it, and now it won't compile. It throws different errors every time it compiles.
That's why I was doing it today.
Okay, I have a question.
It updates stuff automatically that didn't need to be updated or something.
VS Code, when you open it up, it does automatically update things. And normally that's not an issue until it comes to one thing that is not VS Code, but an add-on. And that's called Platform I/O.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's updated Platform I/O, you're in a world of hurt. There is a way to tell it not to update certain things automatically. I just don't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But Platform I/O in VS Code, I will admit, is a what the hell. I have actually ended up going back to Atom for some things that use Platform I/O because Atom handles Platform I/O better.
You know, I was doing this. I had to go back. I don't know if you guys watched it, but like,
hey, Mike.
I wrote this board with Chris Riley. We live streamed it, the whole thing, and he walked me through doing the whole board. I literally had to go back and rewatch it because it didn't work. I have yet to turn this thing on. Come to find out, I was getting ready to turn it on today. The SD card I put it on is no good.
Ow.
And then I deleted the damn Marlin file. So I couldn't even just like recopy
it.
So I had to go from scratch, and I literally spent almost 2 hours today watching the live stream with me and Chris Riley on it. Plus, I'm editing it because I've decided I'm going to put it on the pumpkin instead of because that's still 8-bit and this isn't. So really, the only change there is a couple of the motor switches and telling it it's not Core XY. Other than that, they're almost exactly the same machines. When
the one thing I will give Clipper over Marlin every day is the fact that once you've got it loaded on there, you do not have to open up anything and recompile anything again.
Yeah, that I do like about the Clipper. Yeah. Someday I'm going to have to figure it out because I don't think it's that bad. I think it's just
there definitely are issues with it. So one of the issues that I have with it is when you do update the software, it doesn't have any pre-flight checks to make sure that your configuration isn't going to blow up when it updates. So that's one issue. The second issue,
actually, hang on. Whoa, you can get to the second one in a second. We're going to address the first one first, and that is part of that is also on to the makers of the extensions not putting in the flag that says this is changed. Do you want to keep your old config or not? Mm-hmm. That's on the extensions. And
that's part
something I hate about Microsoft, because I worked for the evil empire at one point, is they leave that onto the maker of the extension rather than having it by default say this changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't agree with the whole read the documentation before updating. Like, if you have an update button that's in the web GUI of the software, like you really should start having some of those checks in there, especially if you want it to be mainstream. The second issue, firmware. Like, you do have to recompile the firmware every once in a while and reflash the board because there's new things that talk back and forth.
Yep.
So you do have to do that. You have to go into the terminal and do that every once in a while. I kind of wish they would have that through the browser because there's no the compile software and everything that's there. It's very, very straightforward. They can't, they could in theory have that set up through the browser. You just choose your options or board or whatever it is and have it compile like that. That would be a very nice, not a nice thing to have. That should be a thing.
Here's the difference, though. You do that through the browser. Now you're talking through their website, not through your local compiler, correct?
My local compiler.
Okay. Then I don't know. Where I was going to go, because there are some websites you can actually have compile the firmware for you.
Yeah.
The problem with those websites is you have to have a ton of we take no responsibility if this does not work, blah blah blah. Because every compiler, if your compiler updates, they may have deprecated routines that your code is trying to use.
Yeah. Yeah. So
and I run into that daily.
Yeah. So that. On the system here, there's you go in there when you go to compile the firmware to put on there. There's a whole process that's run locally on whatever, whether it's a laptop, Raspberry Pi, Rock Chip, whatever. There is a process that's in there that does that. So like if I honestly think that should be part of the browser and allow you to download it or allow it to do the flashing or whatever like that. I really don't think that would be too difficult.
So, is this Pi good enough to run Clipper? What's the minimum you have?
What is it?
Model BV 1.1 Raspberry Pi 2014.
Yeah, it should be.
Wow.
Okay. People have run it on the old Raspberry Pi W, so.
So this should be. My point is, if I pull that board and replace it with a 32, that's an 8-bit, MKS Gen L, which is a classic freaking board for Clipper, correct?
Yeah.
And I run it on this Pi. I'm not getting into heavy duty hardware I don't have to worry about. And it's one of those things I literally don't even have to put it on a printer to figure out.
It's a Pi 2. I've never used a Pi 2.
Yeah.
Pi 2.
Well, the original Pi W has the same processor as the original Pi.
Oh, well then shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, and people are running.
As long as you're not trying to run a camera or anything.
Yeah, if you're not running camera, which I don't think he does, that's fine.
No, I mean, sometimes I do, but
just keep in mind that
it is, but I can't read it.
Yeah. Does it have the?
Hey, Llama.
It looks.
Take a picture of it with your phone and then zoom in.
Yeah.
I can
That's
do
what
it with you. I can actually do it better with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's a Pi 2. It looks like so.
It is
yeah.
Pi 2. I know that.
Yeah, yeah. That
But
would be more
it's
than
one of
enough.
the one of the last version Pi 2s because it's got the 4
Yeah.
USB ports. It's got the Ethernet.
Yeah.
The
It's
first
got
ones only had 2. The first Pi 2s, the 1.0s only have 2 USB ports, not 4.
It's got enough I/O on it so that way when you glance at it, you think it's a Model 3B, but it's not.
Yeah, no, I knew it was a 2. That I did know.
I pinched my
This
thumb.
was, this was what my brother was using to play sneaker net or to play sneak in net on our Wi-Fi when my mother was being a nutcase. So he set this up. Well, this is funny. He set this up so he could access our network without having to access our network. Now, figure that out. I have no idea. But by having this plugged in, he could do everything to her computer on the network. So he could share screens with her and do all that crap without actually tapping my router.
No, what he was running a reverse proxy.
Yeah, he was basically being a sneak.
I know exactly what he was doing. I did the same thing to my dad.
Worms or whatever when they slide in the computer and Trojan in or whatever. But yeah,
no, he was just running a reverse proxy.
I mean, that's what he did for a living was. No,
Dr. Jekyll, both of the clipper machines, depending on what it is, actually all 3 of them, the bed droppers are really noisy. My bed slinger is actually really quiet. So depending on how you have things set up. Oh, nice.
Is that the battery for the chicken coop?
No, that's the battery for my radios.
Oh, God.
I'm going completely solar for my radios.
So, like, in the whole world, there's like you and Ron. You can talk to each other.
Amateur radios?
I'm busting your chops, dude.
I was going to say, I think the license count right now is at 450,000, roughly.
It's actually not that many. I think it would be.
That's the chicken coop.
Oh, that's even smaller.
Yep. This can run the light that I'm putting in there for 16 hours.
So you're just running one light bulb in there to keep the light on to make them think the day's longer.
A light to make them think the days are longer, and then come summer, a fan for when it gets above a certain temp inside the coop.
That's good.
See,
my neighbor got chickens twice now in the freaking.
Take care, Groucho.
Every day they'd go out there and there's another chicken freaking carcass out in the yard with all the feathers scattered all over. They're like, we're not doing that no more. It was nice having fresh eggs though.
Yeah, the 4XY bed dropper. I'm wondering if it might be just a weight thing.
Just to get it out of there. Just to get it out. When it comes to the chickens, Mama, they are not my chickens. I may be stuck taking care of them, but they are not mine. They are my wife's. She wanted them.
That's like every parent going to their child. Yes, you can have a dog, but you got to take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that lasts about a month. And then the parents taking care of the dog. Holy crap! It's 5:30 already.
No, it's not. It's 4:30.
No, it's 5:30.
No, it's 4:30.
What it is it's dark.
Yeah. There is that, and it's actually dark now here. It's not even like you can still see your tree line there. You can't even do that here anymore.
Nice thing about being on a tablet.
Still light out at his house.
What do you mean it's dark?
I don't know. It's getting there though. You're not far behind.
So you must be a little bit east of, or a little bit west of me. It's,
yeah, he's a lot west of you, isn't he?
City's
Although you're in the same time zone, right?
Yeah, we're in the same time zone. I think he's just further west in the same time zone.
Well, you're almost like right on the east border of it, aren't you?
Yeah, he is.
You're only like a hour drive to switch a time zone, aren't you? If I remember correctly.
If I drive out into Lake Michigan, sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Drive out into Lake Michigan. Oh, you're that far north? I didn't think you were that far north.
I'm maybe like half an hour from Lake Michigan.
Yeah, but you're up above it. In other words, it's Lake Michigan comes down like a boot, right?
A boot.
Like a boot on its end.
It's a boot. What?
It's been so long since I looked at a map. Yeah, it actually looks like
I'm right here.
looks like a schlong.
There's a reason my streams are marked not for children.
I was trying to be semi,
Yeah.
Yay!
right out.
It's only three stops away.
Nice. Yeah. So I used to live here, and we also used to live up here. And traveling north was a time change from central to eastern.
So you may actually be north of me.
I probably could have just shared my.
Yeah, you could have just shared your screen.
Yeah, you're north of me. Yeah, that's where I am. So you're way north of me.
Yeah.
Heck, you're not that far north of me, Llama.
I'm not actually. I'm on the bottom. I mean, I'm the bottom of New England. You can't get any souther than me unless you go into the Panhandle of Connecticut.
My rifle bit me.
Good rifle. Teach you a lesson.
I was holding it at a downward angle, and the bolt closed on my feet.
At least it's not a Garand.
What was freaking
dude? The M1 Garand with the full sniper package, though, is a beautiful rifle.
It fires so nicely. It's.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any. I have almost no recoil on that Maz Nugget because of the muzzle brake.
Did you guys read that thing that Joel was bitching about the last couple of days?
Yeah, his prop.
They removed one of his stream or flagged one of his streams from like 4 years ago because it had the gun in it from like
Blade Runner.
Yeah, from Blade Runner. So I didn't read the whole thing, but I'm like, are you...
and it's because it automatically
marked gun control, but come on.
It automatically marked his videos as for children. And if you have that marking, anytime you say certain words or use certain words in your descriptions or titles, it will automatically flag it.
Yeah. Well, he
needs they're doing retroactive, which I think is stupid.
Well, I don't think it's stupid, but I think they're overcompensating. They need to come to reality.
What they need to do is they need to be reality. Look at the dislike button issue and how many people complained about that. But they're not anywhere near reality. But one of the things that they should be doing is, if they're going to do this retroactive stuff, make a way for notify the creator. Here's the list of videos. Here's a link.
That we have an issue with. Please go resolve these issues before we're going to have to take action in so many days.
Yeah, give them an option. Don't just yank on them or do.
And worse, you can never get a human to review the case unless you are a big enough channel with a big enough following on some social network and you publicly complain. Mm-hmm. And you can't just publicly complain once. You're going to publicly complain. They're going to tell you, hey, please contact us privately. You're going to contact them privately, and then you're not going to hear anything for 2 weeks. Unless you complain again.
Somebody needs to come out with another freaking video channel like YouTube and just compete with it.
There's a ton of them.
Yeah.
There really isn't, though. There's none of them any good. Twitch,
YouTube isn't any good.
Yeah,
no, I mean they're worse than YouTube.
Nebula isn't.
Never even heard of it.
But the problem is Nebula requires a subscription.
Yeah, see, that's
Odyssey. Many creators are putting, in the technical community are putting their stuff on Odyssey.
Yeah, but Odyssey doesn't pay out again.
Nope, that's the problem. Is you want a free speech network, but at the same time, if that network starts to pay people, they are now responsible for your speech.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not opposed to regulation.
Okay,
I'm not opposed to them regulating gun stuff. I'm not anti-guns, but I'm also not anti-gun control. I think there needs to be some gun control to a point. We have to figure it out. I don't know the details, but it's obvious there needs to be something going on. It's a little too free and wild westy out there these days.
I mean, there's
when it comes to videos, there needs to be, for one, the thing that pisses me off with YouTube now is just ads. They've gotten so freaking ad crazy. It's like
because they want you to get pissed off
in the video. There's ads flashing across the screen the whole time.
Because they want you to get as pissed off as I did, and then eventually, like I did, buy their Premiere service so you don't see the ads.
That's exactly when you piss me off, I do the exact opposite of what you're trying to make me do.
You know what? I normally would be completely in the same camp as you, except YouTube is one of the few things my work does not block.
Yeah. See, I would love to get into Twitch, but it's just so Twitch is the right word for it. It's freaking twitchy. I really want to try Twitch again, but every time I do, it's just so busy and it's just not. This is so much easier. You know, you look at the screen we're staring at, and it's us in a chat.
Yeah, but I can do this on Twitch as well.
Weird crap going on, and
I can do this on Twitch as well.
Yeah, but it's just busy. Even the interface is busy and it's twitchy and it just it irritates me. It's too.
Oh nope! I have to pay for StreamYard if I want to do YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
You know what, dude? Did you get the link? I'll give it to you if you don't have it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They have a sale right now. You can get the professional or the one step up for $10, not $25 for a year.
Oh, okay.
I'll give it to you, right?
I'll do that.
Yeah, that's worth it because that's one I actually didn't delete. I hope. Where'd it go? Where's the StreamYards? Don't tell me I deleted it. If I did, I did it in the last day, so I still got it.
I'm kind of hoping that Lightburn goes on sale so I can pick up a copy of that.
If I had a laser. Hey, Focus, if you're watching, I want one.
Here it is, right here, Team Stream.
Wow, we just lost all but 2 viewers. Where did you put it?
I'm copying it right now because it's only for today and tomorrow too, or Sunday. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday. It ends on Sunday. There is limitations. The only real limitation is you can't get rid of the little StreamYards ducky in the corner. That still stays.
Oh, it's that one. Okay, I remember that level. They did that sale last time too.
It won't let me post it because it's above 200 characters. There you go. I put it in private chat. That's the only restriction.
I can't see private chat for some reason.
Huh?
I can't see the private chat for some reason.
I tried to put it in regular chat and it goes over the. Which I literally want to do, but I have $6 when I can't afford it. I'm not kidding you. I bought some stuff on Amazon and I didn't think about it. I was like, oh crap, I don't have the money to pay for this. And I got $6.95 in my checking account right now.
Zolan, I sent it to you on Discord.
Next month.
If you happen to have that open somewhere.
I wanted to put it in the mainstream, but I can't. Yeah, and the only restriction, you'll be able to do the 12 or 10 people. You'll be able to do the dual streaming. You can do everything you can do. The only thing you have to keep, and I don't think it's actually the logo in the corner. I think they say it's a watermark. It's not even a corner icon-y thing. It's a watermark. But you can do everything like you can with the big.
I got the Discord notification, but I don't got Discord. Oh, this little thing is, it's struggling.
What do you need Discord?
I didn't buy this to do streaming.
I sent him the link in Discord because he couldn't see the private chat because I figured he'd be able to get to Discord.
Yeah, I got it on my phone.
Okay. All right, at least you got the link.
Discord's
So.
what's screwing up. It keeps booting me out on my iPad, and then I got to sign in, and there's like 8 million background checky code things you got to enter. You don't just enter a password. They've sent me a code like 6 months ago that, the hell if I remember what the hell it is. There's no way to recover it. So I can't get on my iPad. Which is why I haven't been on Discord lately, because I usually do it on my iPad, now on the computer. So anyways, back to 3D printing. So I think I can take that 8-bit board out, put the 32-bit board, which I just wrote today. I actually went through that whole thing, and I didn't even get an error or anything, so there's got to be something wrong.
One of the
I didn't get an error.
backwards.
So there's definitely something wrong with VS Code, because I freaking compiled the whole thing, set up the whole thing, and I did not get an error. So something is wrong with VS Code. Has to be, because I did it, and it can't be right. But then I can use that 8-bit board and this and play with Clipper, but you don't even need to actually have it hooked up to a printer, do you? Like I can just plug this into power and run it.
Yeah, if you wanted to set up Clipper, you don't need to have it hooked to a printer.
No, we're just figure, if I want to figure it out and set it up without
Yeah,
doing
you
it.
can, like
I can just plug it in. Matter of fact, this thing feeds back enough power to start up the old Gen L. So I don't even need to plug that into any real power. I can just plug it into this.
Yeah.
I have an actual power supply for this one.
Okay, so I can't get rid of the logo, but you'll notice I've got my branding back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, your background screen is back. But you can't get rid of the little StreamYard's ducky in the corner. Who cares for $10?
Yeah, I'll leave it. But that also means I can now edit this stream. And I can go and click on Twitch and hit Save Changes.
Twitch won't let you dual stream. Twitch will boot it.
Really?
Yep.
I thought that was if it was a affiliate.
Since when?
Oh, maybe. It may be if it's only an affiliate. But from what I understand, Twitch boots you if you try and dual stream. But it also won't save it on Twitch. Like if you go back to rewatch it later, it won't save it.
Oh, I don't care about that.
Dinner, and I'm not really hungry. What am I going to make for dinner? Looks like frozen fish. Little fish stick, processed fish stick.
Did he just say fish sticks?
Yeah, I think that's what we're having for dinner tonight.
So do you like fish sticks? You like fish sticks? Good old South Park.
Yeah.
Oh, I never really watched South Park, so.
That was a
That's
Kanye West episode.
One of the original episodes. Yeah.
I did watch it for like the first season, and it was just like whatever. It's
actually
funny.
got better.
I watching clips of it. I just can't sit through a whole show. It's just too irritatingly stupid. You killed Kenny.
Not anymore. Kenny hasn't died in a long time.
See, that's another reason not to watch it anymore. Kenny's got to die or it ain't worth watching. You know what's funny is they go after all this stuff politically correct, and then there's shows like that are just so anti-politically correct, and nobody gives a crap.
Yeah,
which is honestly, it's the way it should be. I'd love it to go back to the days of screw the politically correct crap.
But people's feelings. Anyhow, buddy of mine, their lead never showed up back to their job. Like they just kind of quit. And now my friend got a quick promotion. Working there for less than a year, got promoted to a lead.
Because there was no one else to do it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's how I ended up doing mobile device management.
Maybe you should go get a job there.
Yeah.
Do anything exciting?
Yeah, I don't want to work $14 an hour though.
No.
No.
But,
Okay, we are now live on Twitch as well.
Yeah, I gotta freaking go steal some money and put it in my account tomorrow and open it up because that's for a year, from what I understand too. It's $10 a month for the whole year.
Yep.
Which I've been begging them to do since they first started. And I remember talking directly to Gage, and he's like, "Yeah, but the servers cost us more than $10." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm doing it for free, dude. I can't afford $25 a month regularly. You know what I mean? Like I've done it now and again because for one, I just want them to get paid. They do a nice job. You know, I like the software. They need to get paid, but I can't do it every month. I can't guarantee you $25 a month. If $10 a month, yeah, you're still losing money on the servers. You're still making $10 a month more than you were before."
Speaking of jobs, I applied to 2 jobs today. One at the Green Bay Public Schools for the lower tech job, and then Howard, which is a school district like 15 minutes away. They're looking for the same position that I originally applied for a couple weeks ago. So
cool. Well, keep it up, man. Maybe you'll get one. You know, it's really scary seeing Zolan as Zolan and not as a rascally raccoon. I think he looks better as a raccoon. Dude, walk out to the chicken coop. I want to see the chicken coop. Did you
I have to put my shoes on
this morning?
Huh?
I swear I saw a stream this morning from you from the chicken coop or something. And
Not
then
this morning.
It was dead.
It was at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock my time, 2 o'clock yours.
Yeah, but I went to watch it and there was nothing there. It just came up on an error.
Because I was streaming from my phone, not StreamYard. And apparently I can now stream to YouTube on my phone, but you can only stream. Only so many people can watch it at a time, unless you have 1,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah, yep. And it doesn't save it either, does it?
Nope.
Which is stupid.
Yup. What are you looking at?
That's the other thing with StreamYards people don't realize. It used to save it even if you're not paying. Now it doesn't. StreamYards does not save your video anymore if you're not paying.
Yep.
It does now because you just paid the $10. So you have a week. You could download this video a week from now and edit it and re-upload it if you wanted.
Nah. I don't bother with my streams.
The possibilities there, like I've thought about it a few times when I do like these, like I do a build or something, you can pull it down and do an edited, you don't have all the bull crap of chatting with chat where you could just do like I installed a video card thing,
Right.
You can do it.
So at some point this weekend, I am going to sit down, get my cameras set up in a way so people can see me and what I'm working on at the same time. And I am going to stream my assembly of a Nino TNC. And when I do that,
a tablet?
Huh?
Do you have you have a tablet, don't you?
What do you think I'm on?
Yeah. So why don't you have dual camera?
Because this tablet has USB-C only, and you see it's already struggling with just this.
Yeah, but you just use it as a secondary camera, your overhead, like I do. When I did the resin pours the other day, I have my camera going. I make that my small window, but then I have my tablet here on a little hanger-y thing and pointing down at the desk. That's my, not really overhead, but overhead, side view, whatever you want to call it.
This is all of the bits and pieces to build a Nino TNC, which is a device that allows me to plug my radios into my computer and do packet networking over amateur radio. Sure. And I already assembled one. I'm going to assemble another one. I figured I'd stream it. Now that one, I would like to be able to download and edit.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. I think it's a good idea a lot of times to do like a live stream like all the big guys do. Freaking Making Breaks doing, Joel does, where you can edit out all the streaming BS and re-upload it as an edited, shortened, information only video. I think that's a brilliant idea if you got the time, energy, and money to do it.
But
and you're doing something people want to actually see.
Well, nobody wants to see what I'm doing. It's obvious. I've only got 2 viewers right now.
It's funny because there's actually more than that. I thought that earlier, and it said only 2. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least, because I'm still watching it.
Yeah. Yeah, and when there's Dr. Jekyll and Chris Travis that are watching, they've been commenting on it.
Their count's off. I was going to stream earlier, and YouTube was totally freaking out. And then I thought about it. It's like, it's a holiday weekend.
Yeah.
They're overloaded. Everybody's off, and the kids are all streaming. School's out. I do really want to try Twitch again.
Hey, Chris.
It seems so twitchy. The Twitch is the perfect name for it because it's twitchy.
Well, the nice thing about Twitch is they are more forgiving of little faux pas every now and then.
Yeah, I'm hearing they're not, though, because they're getting busted left and right by companies, too.
And again, it's because if you get paid by said company, that company's now responsible for what you do.
Yeah, and they should be to some extent, but they're
no. No.
Yep.
If I put up a website and you use my say I put up a form and you go on that website and you start ranting and admitting that you're a neo-Nazi, I should not be held comparable for what you're doing.
Yeah, because you're not actually distributing the content. It's not the same.
It is the same.
YouTube, and you're not profiting off that. If you're profiting,
wrong.
You're responsible.
I made money when I ran a survivalist forum. I made money. But I brought it down because I got tired of finding out that 80% of my membership were neo-Nazis.
Yeah.
And then I submitted all my database to the FBI and walked away.
Probably should do. Which sucks because then there's always someone ruining the fun.
Yep.
It's just, again, you go back to the guns. I am not anti-guns. I am gun control, pro-gun control. I think we need to have it. Do I know the answer? Do I think we need to, take everybody's guns away? Absolutely not. Do I think we need to regulate them and do something about it? Yeah. What it is, I don't know. That's not, I'm not smart enough to figure what to do is, but something needs to be done.
According to this, I actually have a viewer on Twitch. Blasto just subscribed. Thanks, Blasto.
Blasto's big on Twitch. He watches. Loyal Moses has been pushing the Twitch so much, everyone's heading over there again.
Yep.
He's the big guy that's pushing Twitch again.
Yeah, he was the one that I was torturing yesterday with my wonderful Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, what the hell is that thing? A burrito, lasagna, and what?
There's burrito, spaghetti, and then I had some cornbread that I had to eat up.
Oh,
it was basically leftover.
Like
it was basically leftover dinner. And I just threw the burrito on there because it was like this isn't gonna fill me, so I'm just gonna cook the burrito now and just put it all on a plate to torture people with.
My personal issue with Twitch is simply that, for some reason, my internet connection buffers on Twitch horribly.
A lot of things. I buffer on Twitch too. I don't like their ad profile either now with their new subscription basing, where they'll during the middle of a live stream, all of a sudden you'll get 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 freaking ads that just overtake the whole screen in the middle of a live stream.
Yeah.
That's obnoxious.
See, I don't. My problem with Twitch, I get the ad right at the beginning, and that's it.
Now, if you do a live stream for more than like 30 minutes, every 30 minutes, I think you'll get these 4 freaking ads, and it ends up like a minute, and you could be in the middle of something talking to the person, and it shuts down everything. You can't do anything on Twitch.
Thanks, Chris.
And there's no fast forward, there's no delete, there's no The only way to do it is to fork out money.
I now have 21 followers on Twitch.
I think I got like 20 or 30.
I have no idea. I know I have more on YouTube than I do on Twitch.
Oh, I have like 170 something on YouTube.
I think I got 500 on YouTube.
174 on YouTube last count.
I don't know. What do I have on YouTube? I actually lost some when I started doing all the woodworking stuff.
10.
We are hitting the 3-hour mark.
3 hours. Oh,
Yep.
Since I started the Twitch.
I have 550 exactly.
Nice.
That's about the number of views on my most popular video on YouTube.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
see,
I got a
that-
YouTube video that's got like 20,000 views.
Yeah.
How to center your bed.
That is my internet. That right there.
That stovepipe.
That is not a stovepipe.
I know.
That is two wideband cell Yagi antennas. Dr. Jekyll, I believe my Twitch is just simply the Zolon.
I was gonna call it a stripper pole, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep. Yeah, my Twitch is just the Zolon, and Chris Travis just followed me.
I don't even Twitter. Do I even have Twitch loaded on this? No. I think I do. Nope.
Hey, and there's Shane following me now, and Dr. Jekyll. Yay, I'm actually getting followers on Twitch. Hey, Sergio.
No, you monster! Please no, Dana. Oh no, it's a break.
Somebody's on Twitch. That's one thing I don't like is like when you go to Twitch, there's a auto playing video. Like that's one of my pet peeves of any website.
Anything.
Even it's like
YouTube, when you're on a new computer and you go to YouTube and you finish watching a video and it auto plays the next one, it's like, no.
that I don't mind too much. News, like the news articles, like you go to a news article that has a video. It's like
no. When they have three different autoplay video advertisements that all launch at the same time.
Yeah, that's bad too.
I gotta find out what my password is. Did I even change my password?
For Twitch, you have to reset your password. They reset everybody's passwords.
No, Llama, your password's Blue Tape Rocks.
No, that's my username.
Yeah, I was for my assembly videos and stuff, I was thinking of moving over to Twitch because I have found when I'm using OBS, if I stream just by myself, it works better.
Dirty shit. I hate that.
And yes, boys and girls, this is why I am not marked as safe for children.
That was the right security code, you bitches. I just looked at it. Did I type it in wrong?
Probably.
Yep, sure I did. 60, 49, 32. I did 39.
By the way, these do make decent fuses.
Oh. Actually,
yeah, I'm just 3D printing Llama on Twitch. What are you, the Zolon?
Yep, just the Zolon. Nice
I
and
think I've
simple.
already subscribed to you.
You probably did. According to this, I have 2 people on Twitch. Hi, Twitchers. But I think those same 2 people are on YouTube as well. So.
No,
But I think those same 2 people are on YouTube as well.
I am now.
God, I hate the sound of my voice. How do you people put up with the sound of my voice? I do not know.
I mean, my voice sounds terrible too. So
I can't stand all the background noise on Twitch.
As our heroes attempt to cross the rope bridge, we went to a
What the hell am I listening to?
I have no clue. That ain't me.
Oh no, it's Twitch auto playing some stupid thing I have absolutely no attention of everyone watching. That's the other thing. It's too game based. Everything is games.
Well, that's what Twitch was originally made for. Yep, 22
No, I
long
know.
rifle.
That's the problem. Is it's just not. It's not really set up for the platform we're using it as.
So, do you trust it when they had to use a labeler to overwrite the 40 amp?
No. I would not. They're sick. I got to go make dinner. I'll be back later if you guys are still hanging.
Take care, Llama. For anybody else, if you're on YouTube, links at the top if you want to join. If you're on Twitch, well, heck, let me see what I can do here. Copy to clipboard. I don't know if this will go out on Twitch, but we'll give it a try. If anybody else wants to join, there's the link. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream. In 58 minutes, I have to go feed the heathens, but there it is. Oh, and it did drop it out there. Anyways, power cable. Do I have a Phillips over here? I don't think I do.
I'm actually trying to figure out what I want to have for dinner tonight because
you ate it all yesterday?
Yeah.
By the way, whoever came up with slotted and Phillips screws, both of those people need to be slapped. I hate Phillips head screws. Is this the right size? It is. Yes. Hey, Steven. Don't know who you are, but hi.
He's usually around in the 3D printing community.
Cool.
Yeah, I recognize the name.
I probably do, but I'm horrible with names, so.
Yeah.
He just said hello on Twitch.
Yeah, the history guy on YouTube, he actually has a good video on the Phillips screwdriver and Robertson and
I love Torx.
the what?
Torx.
Torx?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
and Steven's on YouTube as well. Whoa, that was stupid.
Yeah, I actually like depending on what it is, the Torx is nice, but for
Squares. The square heads are really nice.
the Robertson, that's the square one. Those things are really good, like especially if you have like a 3-inch like deck screw you got to put in. Like I've snapped the screw in half before I've stripped out the screw. Like,
yep.
And having that level of 0 F's given on it is really nice.
Okay. Power. It works. It runs off the battery. What does it say I have for actual voltage? 13.6. That works. Yay. Radio works. It's not hooked up to an antenna, so I can't actually transmit right now. Turn that off. And unplug the power cable because I don't want it to be a draw on that battery. Apparently, my 12-volt light just showed up. I might break up a moment here.
All right.
So where did they put? And a bunch of geese flying overhead now. Yeah, Christmas presents. Oh yeah, no, I hate the new Twitter. Having to, don't get me wrong, it was annoying if I was reading something and it would automatically refresh. But when I click the home button, assume I want it to refresh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know, They don't say which one's positive or negative. That kind of sucks. Is it center positive? Or is it center negative? Hey, Sky. Hey, Kit. How you doing? Kit's on Twitter. Or Twitch, sorry. That's my biggest issue with Twitch. Besides the buffering. Oh, wow. I thought I was only buying one. Apparently I bought three.
No.
DC, AC. Oh, these are AC or DC. Huh. Well, then it shouldn't matter which one's which.
Yeah. They have a full bridge rectifier.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see how this works.
Those are like 12 volt then?
11 to 30. Which is why I got them, because in that way I could run them. If I run them on a battery and the battery gets too low, they'll still go until the battery says enough.
Yeah.
And if I run them, and I can run either 12 volt or 24 volt system.
Yeah. So you didn't want to go big Clive on it and modify a regular?
No. I'm not up to that. No, not my gig. Okay, somewhere I have the opposite of this. I gotta go find it.
Yeah, Clipper is awesome. I enjoy it.
I actually have never used it. I have got it set up partly and then gave up.
I got it on the rail core, the feature creep, and then the old in at A8, which I have named the NDA printer. That printer seems to just get all the NDA parts on it. So,
well, this is a problem. I think I buried the barrel connectors. Which means I'm not going to be able to test this tonight. That sucks.
You get to do Zolan archaeology.
Yeah, it looks like it. So I don't know what bin the barrel connectors are in, because I have no organization. Thinking. Oh, aha, that'll work. Which is the way I should be doing it. Anyways, that. I'm missing a wire. Give me that. So, like, I have one of those cigarette lighter DC to AC inverters that the cigarette lighter got crunched. Got to finish rechecking the configs for my Switchfire after updating the Clipper version and updating the MCU. That's from Kit on Twitch.
Oh, fun! I just had to do that on the feature creep over there. Yeah, I just backed this right out of the thing. I'm gonna be pulling apart my 3D printer enclosure, and I have it built with the Robertson, and I backed it out, and no problem whatsoever.
Oh yeah, no, I love the square heads. They are absolutely my favorite.
There's like no damage to the head either. It's insane.
I don't know what I'm doing. That was stupid. I don't need to pull these wires out. Put these wires back. Yeah, I've been meaning to use Clipper. I started to get it set up on one of my printers, and then I needed to actually use the printer before I was done. So I just put it back to the Marlin firmware. Because unlike Llama, I don't delete them. Is this still working? Kit, I started over here. So I started on the YouTube side, and then Llama pointed me at the new Black Friday deal for StreamYard, and I kicked that up and decided to put it on Twitch at the same time. I've been running on Twitch now for 24 minutes, but I've been on YouTube for 3 hours and 9 minutes. For those on Twitch, if you are watching, Zolan's Shop of Wonders is what you want to look for on YouTube. But I'm going to be doing both if I can help it, so don't worry about it too much. I actually did not need that yet. Okay. Let's electrocute myself. Oh, nope, that's the wrong end. That ain't going to work. All right. Off to Amazon to buy some more ends because I don't know where they are. That sucks.
So anyone who's got the alien boxes, this is a part that gave me this part gave me a little anxiety because I lost like 3 weeks worth of time due to it. You know that screaming ghost thing that they did for Halloween?
No, unfortunately I did not get that one.
Well, this thing right here, this is a clone, and the clones have major problems playing music files. And it took me 3 weeks to figure out that it was the clone thing and not the
one you expected.
Yeah, so I told my buddy to order it directly from it's called a DF Player Mini. And if you're gonna do that project and you're having problems, go get it from the actual source because they're all clones on Amazon.
Yeah, that's actually something I've been having an issue with as well when buying things. And it isn't even just a clone. It's because a good clone wouldn't have that issue.
Yeah. But there's no good clones of that because they're just so cheap to begin with.
Yep.
And one of the things that really sucks about it is the company that makes it got ran off of Amazon by getting review bombed.
Lovely.
Yeah, so yeah, that was a sad time.
Where are the barrel connectors? Are they? I don't think they're in this, but they might be in this. This is my box of Arduino stuff, including this whole thing here is nothing but drivers and main boards for 3D printers. Nope. And nope.
Oh, this is the kit right here. Cool.
LEDs. Hey, look at that. An ESP32. Hey, look at that. Another ESP32. Hey, look at that. Another one. Oh, hey, look at that. Temperature sensors. What's this? Locks for practicing my lock picking. By the way, if you don't know how to lock pick, I highly suggest learning. It's a fun little hobby that can get you in a lot of trouble.
Or possibly out of trouble, too.
Apparently it's illegal for you to carry lock picks in public unless you're an actual registered locksmith, and I did not know this.
That inspires confidence. The name of this is Dooting.
Oh, I know that company. They have some solar panel stuff I've been looking at.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a little Wi-Fi chip for this. I was looking for the LED project box that I haven't done yet.
Just realized I have no AC power over here on this side of the room.
Is it tied into the light?
Hey, Google, stop. No, I stole the extension cord that was running over to this side of the room for another project. Anyways, kit's now on both Twitter and Twitch. What did I need power for? Oh, because my little tablet here is about to die. In another 20 minutes, I can go put the chickens away.
I must have threw two.
Take care, Sergio.
Oh, see,
good luck
Sergio.
Good luck running to the store in DC on Black Friday.
I didn't realize he was still here. I thought he left hours ago.
Probably left and came back.
Yeah.
The one nice thing about this tablet, it charges on USB-C, so I can pretty much charge it with anything. Covertinstruments.com. What's covertinstruments.com? What did I miss? I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm guessing that's probably like a lockpicking thing.
Oh, I'll go check them out. Yeah, because what I've got is not enough light over here. Let's move this bulb from here to here. Not that it'll make that much of a difference, but if it's not pointed directly at the camera, maybe it will. The one light fixture in my house that is not controllable by voice.
Is the one that's causing you so much problems?
Yep. Grab my eggnog. I came in here to grab something else. Yes.
Oh, speaking of this, have you ordered yourself up any polyalchemy from Printed Solid?
No, because I don't have enough money right now. I spent it all on solar panels and stuff.
I'm kind of thinking about it.
And Fireball eggnog.
Mm.
Hey, Llama. Llama's on Twitch. And apparently Llama wasn't following me. He is now. And so is Steven. Thank you, Steven. I got myself the deluxe. Oh, man, the light here just sucks.
I gotta cut that carpet out. It smells so bad over there.
But I got the deluxe kit, which is hard to see in the light I have here right now, which has got pretty much every rake and thing you want. It even has the spreader for doing the dual prong stuff. It works. I'm still learning. I actually had to use it at work recently because somebody lost the key to their filing cabinet.
Nice.
And it worked. So, Kit, tempted to buy more silks, but I just got a bunch of Poly Terra for pretty much the same price as the current Black Friday sale prices.
Yeah, apparently the polyalchemy, I saw something where somebody bought it for $17 a roll for a kilogram, which is like insane for polyalchemy. So if that screenshot was true, that's actually pretty sweet because that's some really pretty filament. And I'm glad that it's somebody was able to pick that one up.
Poly out. Is that through Matter Hackers?
That's through Printed Solid.
Through Printed Solid, okay.
Yeah, Printed Solid picked up the rights to do that stuff.
Yeah, $17.47 a spool for 1 kilogram. Yeah, I wish I had the money. Oh, Onyx. God, I want all of them.
Yeah, I just realized that I have a tall order ahead because I haven't used much of the filament I've gotten from the alien boxes.
Oh, dude. I've got 2 boxes that come up to my knee. that are full of samples.
And I keep forgetting, the sad thing is I keep forgetting about it because there's a lot of projects, like a lot of small prints that would be perfect for these. And I just keep forgetting about it. That kind of makes me a little sad.
Yeah, I agree, Kit. The problem with the cool filaments is you want to buy them all. That's why I have 8 40-quart tubs of filament, not including the unopened ones underneath this table. And then, of course, because my brain works like this, so one of my favorite filaments is 3D Fuels Pro line, the Iron Red. The problem is the Iron Red will sometimes vary from batch to batch. So I didn't want the variance. I bought 10 rolls at once. So I wouldn't have the variance. And that's the other problem. I agree with you, Mom, on that. The problem with polyalchemy for Llama is he has to have that perfect project, and then that project never happens.
Mm-hmm.
That's another problem.
Well, this is a project that kind of failed. So I got some
3D Fuel.
autonomous hover sleigh kit from last year.
I have that one, and I took the parts and I turned it into something else.
Yeah, it was one of those things I could not get it to work, so I pulled it apart. But I think this is one of the ones that he had issues with last year. So.
Mm-hmm. What I found hilarious is that one that he had where he got the Bluetooth module,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't come with the chip on the board that it needed.
Yep. Yeah, I have that here somewhere.
It so happened I have 10 of those modules myself with the chip already.
Yeah, I felt bad because I messaged him like, "Hey, there's no chips on here. Like, what's up?" And he was just like, I would get the package. Like, I was like one of the first people to get his package. So like, when it gets shipped out, it's usually next day for me for some reason, even though it's coming from Florida to Wisconsin. There must be like some branch coming from up there, from down there to up here.
Because it goes through Detroit.
Well, here's another one that I didn't finish. Oh, I broke it. This is actually the one right here.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, I broke.
It was the marble maze.
Yeah, this is the one that I broke. So
Kit says that he had to actually switch to projects only, and the filament samples are why he was doing the 1,000 squirrel print challenge.
Mm.
Okay, I need to go get the other radios. I should actually have a couple more radios showing up soon that I ordered.
Yeah, like the one of the things that was really cool was the getting the TPU and stuff for.
Oh, hey, look at that! Another printed solid box. I'll be back there in just a second.
Yeah, I'm just getting back to my computer, so.
I'm grabbing some of my radio projects. I'm over there because that's where they need to be.
Uh-oh, Justin's here.
Uh-oh. He hasn't joined in StreamYard yet.
He's in Twitch. So yeah, the link.
Breakcore? Oh, the link's in... Oh, that's right. He may not see it because Twitch doesn't keep the link out there. Ow!
This was one of my favorite projects.
And Twitch is buffering. Yes. I am actually... That is one of the few... what's the word I'm looking for? Patreons that I still subscribe to. Because I like Paul. Paul's amazing. Is an amazing person.
Yeah, I actually got to get back to this project and make a new back panel for it so I can fit
So,
the,
Justin, The buffering on Twitch is why I don't like Twitch. He's having buffering issues. I never did power this radio up to see if it works. Ew. I hate those connectors.
What are they?
Oh, whoop. We got someone here. Hey, it's Mike.
Uh-oh.
Oh, whoops, he got auto dropped. Oh, let's ring him back up. There he is, auto dropped again. Oh, no. These.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn off the other thing here. Yeah, I had both streams. I had this one and the other one running at the same time. It was going nuts.
How are you doing tonight, Mike?
Oh, just having tons and tons of fun.
Yep.
What's everybody up to? Connectors.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So it goes to an XP60?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it came with my charge controller for the battery for the OpenRC.
I am attempting to get my radio set up because tomorrow I'm hoping to have completed the window pass-through from my antennas. Because right now I have a coworker who lives 71 miles away that wants to see if I can be used as the relay for WinLink email between here and Tulsa.
Huh.
So what are you up to, Auto Drop?
Oh, nothing too much. Yeah, it's been pretty quiet. Just eating some leftover turkey.
Oh, nice.
Ew. Turkey's nasty.
It's America. It's America. You can have the wrong opinion.
I am not a fan of turkey, but my reasoning is actually legit. They use coriander in commercial turkey feed, and coriander is of the same family as cilantro, and cilantro tastes like underarm deodorant to me.
Oh, it's delicious.
Which means I can taste the cilantro in the turkey meat.
Okay, so if somebody had turkeys that they raised on a farm without feeding them whatever this thing is, would you get the turkey?
Yes.
Really?
And I have.
Yeah. So you would like wild turkey probably then?
Sometimes. Depends on what it is. Where. But yes.
Okay.
I assume it would be on a plate.
Well, it ain't wild if it's on a plate.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Okay. Let's make sure I'm set to 13.8 volts. Power on. No, just kidding.
Pulling electro boom.
Oh man, I love his videos, but I have a real hard time watching them at the same time.
Oh, they're wonderful.
He wants to show you his part that he printed. Here you go.
He's using his code.
Oh, look at that. How did you like the support material for the holes?
It was a little tight, but once I got it popped loose, it came real clean.
Yeah.
The only problem I had was on the leading edge. The support fell over. So.
Okay.
But that could be the printer probably didn't have a good first layer there. This is literally the fourth print off of the machine. So. Hey,
with completely untested slicer software running on a Pi.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, that's great that's working.
I'm working on it. My little tablet's having some issues here.
Just start dancing.
I got somebody doing a PCB thing right now. That should be interesting coming up here soon.
Yeah. Is it for your the belt printer that you're working on?
No, this is a different thing.
Oh.
That little belt printer. Oh, yeah. Those things.
It powers on.
Nice.
Oh, look at that radio.
It was my eBay find.
What kind of radio is that? Is that like a ham or CD or what are we talking?
Amateur radio. This is a 80 watt 2 meter rig that I'm going to be using for doing WinLink.
So that was the last 3 prints for my Enraged Rabbit. So I get to start doing that. Once I clean up a few things, I'm going to probably start putting that together.
Oh, Justin's at work. Okay.
So,
well, that explains why I was buffering. No spark effects. Oh, yeah, because I'm Electro Boom. Yeah, dude, I watch his videos, and since I've done electrical engineering, there are just some things I'm watching him like, don't do that. Don't do that. God, no.
Hey, since you got your ham license, let me ask a question here. I know that you have to, like, every 15 minutes or so broadcast out your ID or your call sign.
Yep.
Can you do that as Morse code rather than okay?
You can do it in any way that is considered an open form. So generally, they prefer you if you're talking voice, aka phone. You send your code, your call sign over phone as well. But you can just have it play as Morse code that is valid. They approved that because a lot of repeaters, 2 meter and 440 and otherwise, broadcast their code as Morse code. Their call sign is Morse code or CW. Now, with things like Wires X, D-Star, some of the new digital voice modes, you don't have to do that because every time you key up, the preamble of the digital packet has your call sign.
Yeah.
145030. There we go. Now we're on frequency. Okay, turn off. Cool. And turn that off. But yeah, and I also do GMRS. I got my license for that as well, which is awesome because that one doesn't require a test. And you and anybody who's with you can use your call sign. They don't have to have it themselves.
That would make sense.
Whereas with amateur radio, everybody who transmits has to have their own call sign or be the approved control operator for whoever's transmitting. AKA, you have to actually be there and be ready to take them off the air if they're doing something stupid. Okay. That one works. This is my DMR hotspot full duplex. And the case that I made and printed myself. And this is a Pi-Gate, which is a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus with a custom TNC header on top and a LCD touchscreen. Again, in a 3D printed case. These are why I got a 3D printer, to be honest.
All 3D printers is a box for making other boxes.
Pretty much. And then there's this, which is in another 3D printed case. And this is an audio interface, so I can use different radios and do digital. Okay. Okay. So apparently Justin got a belt printer printing finally, but there's adhesion issues.
Oh, it's about time.
So apparently, okay, so let me go in order here. Kit says he has a future project doing his own ERC FAH. I don't know what that is. Either have to update V2 or build a tray. And first I have to build the V0 though, as I've been thinking of doing an F0 mod for it. Okay, so here's the problem. F0 to me, F0 is an old Super Nintendo racing game. Anyways.
I actually might have that game kicking around here somewhere.
Oh no, we have a llama? Ugh.
Yeah, he was actually in here earlier.
Yeah.
Ow. Oh, mics. Okay, this mic is to the Alinco, and that mic is to the 7000. Let's go over there.
So this motherboard right here brings me back to my old
Chicken time.
days of when I first got into computer repair.
Oh boy, look at those caps. Are they popping?
Yes.
So many years ago, right, I was working at this company which had ordered a whole bunch of computers, I don't know, maybe 10 years before I was working there. And all of those computers were from like the same exact batch. And within 1 week, we had like 8 of them, all of them blow up the motherboards with the capacitors exploding.
Yep.
So I don't know. They must not have ever turned off all these computers. They must have just run that entire time.
Honestly, it's probably power supply related. Like with those bulging capacitors back in the bad old days of early computing, the early 2000s, they really cheaped out on power supplies. And you could tell when you got a computer that had a crappy power supply because all the capacitors would be blown up. And of course, it'll be one of those computers where aesthetics were the thing, and like that motherboard, I've replaced capacitors on that exact motherboard, like that exact make and model, and it was kind of a pain because we couldn't find the silver caps that they had, so we had to get some Nichicon Chemicon ones that were all the same color, like purple, because that's what they came out as. And the StreamYard logo just changed.
Oh yeah, what happened to the duck? The wonderful duck.
Yeah, the duck disappeared.
The duck of Dune. A duck most foul.
But yeah, that was probably like the worst cap replacement that I had to do because I couldn't just replace the ones that were bad. I had to replace all of them.
Yeah, we ended up just replacing the whole computers because it was about time anyway, but it was like 1 week and you'd walk into the office and it would be that smell. You know what that smell is.
Yep. Yeah, I was moving stuff because I wanted to show the screws that's used to hold the shelf together. I'm gonna have to wait until he comes back inside to show them, but
I can see you.
Oh, you can? That's what this is what holds that shelf together.
Sorry. I'm sure that was loud.
Square nuts and a flat head.
Yeah.
Guess how old that is? That
1940s? 1950s?
Yeah, I'm guessing around that time.
Putting the critters in for the night?
Yep.
Are those all what, chickens?
Yep.
So there's a game that I play, DayZ, and one of the things that they just recently added, if you kill a chicken, you can pick it up because you can't pick up dead animals in the game. So for whatever reason, they decided to allow you to pick up dead chickens and throw them at each other. That was like one of the reasons why they did that.
Oh, that is a very bright light. Oh, that hurt. That was right in my eye. Okay. Chickens are put away. And hopefully I'll get my ends for the cable tomorrow or soon so I can get that light put in the coop like I want. Yeah, it's dark out here now.
Yeah, it definitely. Well, you still got a little bit of twilight there.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like that here about an hour ago.
Yep.
Now it's
Yeah.
Now it's pitch black outside.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll charge up my drones tomorrow and do some flying.
And then tomorrow it'll rain.
Probably. Get the lipos charged up that you're not supposed to keep at full charge, and yeah. Oh, right, my new camera, right. My
Have
new
you,
camera. This thing can actually tell me if there's a person or a vehicle.
Oh, smart.
Yep.
Let me ask you a question here. Have you?
Hang on.